Hello, chat. How are we doing today? Oh, I'm a little... Hold on. There we go. That's better. That's better. Hey there, Gecko. Impromptu research stream. Impromptu research stream. I can see you, but you can't see me. Hey, Joe. How are things going? Why do I feel so loud? Everything feels so loud. Oh, that's probably why. Hey, Rapane. Ain't it? Wasn't expecting shit, but no complaints. Hey, that's what I love to see. All right, let me switch to full overlay. We're gonna have... I wasn't planning on streaming. But, you know, I'm trying to do Pokemon research, and I know I'm not going to stream on Friday because I want some me time, and I want to do a little bit of, you know, just personal life stuff would be nice. Because I've been going. Seem to be a good spirit. Yeah, let's go! Hopefully, let's hope it stays that way. How's everybody doing? No. Third favorite type, what a surprise. Well, I wonder what video is what I'm doing a video on next. Make sure you guys have water. Make sure you guys have something to drink that's good for you. You know, even if it's a little bit of soda, so be it. Sky the Shadow Sword cannot resist the silly little duck game. Well, hi, Sky. You're new here. I don't know why I thought your profile picture was Megamine or the Shark Girl from is it Zenless Zone Zero? Is that what that is? Hey, Ghost type, best type. Hey, yo, let's go. Corn. Hey, grind edition. Hola, hermano. Hey. I'll quack the ducks every once in a great blue moon for you guys. Favorite typing for you, Joe? Great. Let's see here. Sorry. I got distracted. I had a personal message. Fairy type is either steel or ice. Wow, yeah, those are polar opposites. So I'm at, like, Sableye. I'm literally just going through the Pokédex. But I'm at Sableye now. I can't show you guys, like, my research, unfortunately, because, like, ads happen on Bulbapedia, and last time I did a research stream, one of those ads ended up showing a location that I have been to, and I'm like, well, I don't want that happening. Fire's your favorite, profile pic is right. Yeah, that makes sense. Won't be writing some doing stuff for you. I'm here stalking you all. Okay. So we got some good tunes. I will say, if you want to know where this music is coming from, it comes from one of my favorites, Studio Matcha JP. Listen to the music all the time on my personal time. It's very nice and calm. They have good visuals. It's nice. Nikita, sorry, Shedinja has a pretty short thingamajig. Let's see. All right. So Sableye, what do you want? What is your whole thing, Sableye? Bipedal humanoid, blah blah blah, armed with sharp teeth and claws. Okay, so this little humanoid armed with sharp teeth and claws digs through the soil for delicious little gems to eat. Yeah, you guys are gonna be able to hear the actual script itself while going through this, but I guarantee it's gonna be nothing like it's nothing gonna be anything like how I'm gonna perform it. That's gonna be the fun part of this. So let's see, for delicious little gems to eat. I gotta get rid of that. There's no reason to have that page. I need to move you guys. Where am I gonna move you? Annihilate is easy to understand, but interesting lore to it. Krillik 2024. Hey. This is an impromptu stream. I wasn't ready to be entertaining. I just wanted I needed a body double, okay? And this is another reason why you can suspect I might have ADHD, is because by having a body double, I'm going to be able to actually focus, because I was starting to lose my focus even after exercising and everything. It's been absurd. Let's see. It has a bunch of gems on its body. Okay. these gems have caused parts of its body to mutate, turning into gems themselves. I didn't actually know that. Gems or rocks. Rocks or gems. Rocks or gems themselves. I cannot... No, the dogs. Oh, they're safe. I need to be able to see chat better. Hold on. Give me a second. I need to fix this. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally... Give me a Pokemon I could study it for you? Nah, don't study it for me. I gotta do it myself. I gotta do it all myself. I'm not paying you. I don't tell people to do my work for me unless I pay them. Let's see here. Each individual Sableye can create an infinite number of patterns across his body. Oh. This results in different patterns across its body. What's going on here? I am now Mr. Krabs, but he like money. Oh, I ain't got the money to pay you. I don't have the money to pay anybody. That's why I do all the work myself. Trust me, I ain't got the money to pay people. YouTube money has been pretty decent all in all, but that's to make sure my my bills are paid. Thank you, Nightbot, for the hydration check. There we go. Let's see. Usually targets Carbink as prey, or usually taken by Gabite before. Okay. Alright. They fight with a Gabite over Carbink as prey. Been busy the past week for reasons. How are you with your goal? So how do I put this? How do I put this? It looks good, right? It looks good. And I've been wanting to hit things out of the park as one last really good push. But I'm getting burnt out, not from this, but from my actual job. Oh my goodness. Hold on, give me a second now, because now I have to... this isn't connected to my voice mod right now. Are you little buddy? Let me see. It's not. There's no way that it is. Yeah, no, it's not. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta do this justice. Gotta go to the settings, brother. Okay, that's looking good. And now let's punch this into play. Settings. Audio. Virtual audio device. Microphone. There we go. And now, Bluest Gecko! Thank you for the $2. Now you have a bit extra money. Devil emoji, devil emoji, devil emoji. God, I don't know why that's funny to me. Thank you for helping support the channel, Gecko. I appreciate it. Do yourself a favor, Gecko. If you're gonna throw $2, make sure that if it interests you, $3 would have, well, I can't change anything now, but you know, if you know, I don't know if you know, but even $3 would have gotten you a membership. That's one thing I don't know if people, I guess some people might not even be aware of, but also that's a subscription. And I don't know how people are with subscriptions. I'm terrible. Devil emoji, but menacingly. But no, to put things high and low, it's looking really good. I am, of course, scared, but based on everything, I will be safe through the end of this year. And I'm really excited for this Pokemon ecosystem video to come out. I'm really excited for the Pokemon ecosystem video to come out. I think it'll do really well. The food chain video is like the primary reason the channel did well this month, because let's be real, I did not actually put out good videos this month. I put out videos that were to celebrate a little bit and to get back to some of the audience, and a shorter video. I put out the professor video, but the professor video was a little bit out of line with what people come to me for. Hey there, Soul. To what people come to me for. So what it ended up doing is it ended up causing a dissonance in the content, which is hard. You know, it sucks to see, but it was nice to see that the food chain video was a parachute, and, you know, plenty of people, new people are still watching it, old people are still watching it, and it's nice. Now it's up to me to keep putting out really good content that works, and to see where it goes. Pop in quick and say hello. How are y'all? And bye again. I'm doing good, Siri. I hope you have a great rest of your day. This won't be a super, super long stream. I do still have work later. I just got told to come in later. But no matter what, you know, at some point, the jump is always going to be a risk. It's always going to be scary. And I've hit the point where I said I'm willing to take that risk, because I'm at the point where I dislike my job so much. I dislike my job so much that you know what I mean? That's just, it's just, I don't know. Hey, heels. This day's been amazing. Hey, I'm doing all right. Like I said, I couldn't concentrate super well, and I'm like, you know what, it's great. I'm just gonna do an extra stream. Even a better reason for me to stay the whole time. There you go. Not a long stream. All right, let me get back into Sableye. Here. Fight with Carbink or fight with Gabite over Carbink as prey. Rumor has it that it can steal a person's soul if they look into its eyes. It is nocturnal, rarely seen, and lives in the darkness of caves. Chandelure is fantastic. It's one of my favorites, honestly. As soon as I saw Litwick, I slapped that little monster out of my team because I love it so much. Mentioned a sleep style dex. Sableye is known to occasionally sleep while holding gemstones. It dreams of eating gemstones. It sleeps with gemstones. Dreams of eating gemstones. Everything about this Pokemon revolves around gems. Then it decides to Mega Evolve, putting all that energy. Number 2, we need a Ghost Evolution now. Hit it with the brick. Hit it with the brick. Actually, no, don't hit it with brick. Give it Reaper Cloth and let it evolve at night with Friendship because of that. Then you don't have to add any new mechanics. You get a like skeleton hooded Eevee, or alternatively, if you really want it, I guess you could do like a half mummy, or it's like its body can be wrapped up in bandages. It can still have the cloak, and then it'll have like a grayed out fur, either grayed out fur, a dark red fur, or skeleton face. But I feel like people wouldn't like the skeleton face as much because then I mean, yes, it implies that it dies, but a lot of Pokemon that go into a ghost type end up not becoming full skeletons. They just reference it. You know what I mean? And all of this research, could you know about Phantom, right? Oh yeah, of course they do. Dead little kid. Hopefully YouTube doesn't hate me for that. Also, hi, Numble 2. You're also new here. On this research, I'm going to look for a tier list to rank ghost types according to me. Let's go! Spectreon. Phantom is such a cute little guy. While weak, there's a particular picture that suggests a new evolution. Again, it is a weak rumor. That would be, if it ends up being a ghost type, that would be insane. I expect it to be a dragon type. I've talked about that theory so many times. Then it decides to Mega Evolve and put all of that energy into its... Oh my gosh. Being bathed in Mega Evolution energy causes the red jewel on its chest to rip out of Sableye's skin and significantly increase in size. into the gem on its chest, which then rips itself out and significantly increases in size. New to live streams, but I've been watching your vids for like jeez. Have I interacted with you at all? Hey, Random, how you doing? Said way too casually. Oh, yeah, dead little child. What do you want me to say? I have the sheer amount of things that I have said on this, and you're surprised by that. I have said, what if I took a spoink and used its body like an accordion and see if I can make its heart explode? That's a theory. Could you do that? Could you induce a heart attack in a spoink? Like, these are the questions that need to be answered but should not be answered because of what it is. What are you reading? I'm reading straight from Bulbapedia. But wow, Numble. Like I said, I don't know if I don't like Discord and I just watch videos. I think we have a small comment on comments. Or if it's okay, I was wondering if I interacted with you in the comments of videos or not. Well, welcome. And I don't blame anybody. I don't blame any of our lurkers. I appreciate our lurkers. I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker in my own Discord on the weekends. So, oh no. You know what I mean? I'm in like 7 different servers, and I don't say jack squat in any of them. So, lurkers are the backbone of YouTube. The people who sleep to my videos are the backbone of my channel right now. Y'all are keeping me going. I see the views shooing up at night. You know what I mean? That rips itself out and significantly increases in size. Leaving a hole in its chest. Lurk while shiny hunting is the best. Oh, so many people do that. It's beautiful. Thank you for accepting my lurking. Could you imagine if I hated people who lurked? That'd be so horrible. Lurker salute. Hey, Decibel. I have not interacted with you in the comments either, but you know what? Thank you for being here. Lurker salute. You know, I do my little sign off like that, but I don't know if you guys, hold on, let me, I don't want you guys to see my pajama pants, but a lot of the time when I see people in person, I will do like the, like the full, as I'm walking out, out of like my job or anything like that. Oh, shiny hunt bear. School days, you have to go soon. Hey, you focus on school. You can always watch the stream later. Lazy Hippo, lurker reporting and love your stuff. Thank you, Hippo. Gotta love the lurkers. Gosh. I might do more of these research streams in the future because it's just like, well, I'm not going to perform during this. I'm going to say the info out loud that you guys can find. You know what I mean? But I always end up adding stuff to the videos that I don't have typed in. At some point, I'm going to release my scripts. I just got to figure out when I want to start doing that. Maybe it'll only be a Patreon thing or a members thing. I think that'll be the case. Its ears elongate, spike on its head, crimson red, gains a second green, alright, gains a bunch of gems. Okay. I think there's a Pokemon themed around that, Golurk. My Golurkers. Leaving a hole in its chest. This gem now is said to be so hard that no attack can leave a scratch on it. As such, Sableye takes shelter from any blows by using the gem. Love your vids. Passionate salute story just earned you a sell. Oh, well, thank you. It's just a little thing. I could make you guys real sad right now. I gotta hold it together if I try to say. You need to add a lurker salute emoji or something whenever someone says sorry for that or spam all that emoji. Oh, I have 2 emotes that are on their way. I need more members on the channel before I can add more emotes. Like, literally, I think it's like 2 members, and I get the next emotes open up. And then I think it's like 15 more members, and then you get another emote. And it's like, geez, YouTube. I get it, but dang. What's your favorite type of milk chocolate? Without a doubt, I've tried mint milk before. Not great. You know what? I'm gonna make you guys sad. Lime, you're full of it. You're full of it. I don't believe you. It's not even a real thing. I actually. Brecca lime flavored milk. That's a sin. That is a sin, and I want to try it. I want to try it at least once. Spoiler alert, sweetened condensed milk. Oh, okay. Well, that helps. That's why. Okay, so you guys want to know the whole thing where I say, don't do the thing I want to do, they're going to do, please be nice to each other, I love you, and I'll see you next time? That actually comes from what I used to say to, Wolfie before he passed away. I say it to all my dogs, and after he passed away, I wanted to keep saying that and hold it with me like, in his honor a little bit, and to never forget it. And so I started saying it on my streams, and then I started saying it in my videos, now that I'm doing the types of videos that I do. And yeah, that's the little story behind that. One day I'll tell the story of Krillik. That's a whole thing. Sableye takes shelter, and he blows chocolate on my way. Worships the no, I do not. I am somewhere between. I'm like a mixture of Christianity and Zen Buddhism. I'm very open though. That's the nicest thing I've heard all year. It's a thing. I don't know. I say it all the time. Respect, love that. Heaven, hell, purgatory won't let you win for lime milk. Nah, lime milk ain't that bad. Favorite type of Pokemon? Poison. Poison without a doubt. As much as I love my ghost. Such Sableye, take shelter from new. Take advantage of any openings. However, being forced to support his master drill leaves it able to enter turn it quickly vulnerable from behind. It takes advantage of any openings, but is often left open from behind due to focusing on holding up the gem with its incredible weight. Perfect. Lime milk is chemical slurry. Lime's ain't even real. Remember, you guys, you can milk anything. You just have to leave it in water long enough for the water to pull the nutrients from it. That's all that you're drinking when you drink almond milk and everything, because it leaches the nutrients, especially proteins. Mix milk with Coke. You don't. I mean, milk Coke ain't so bad apparently. Sounds delicious. To get gasoline and Haunter and Live Town. Can't remember how to get that Pokemon. Well, yeah. I mean, you just pick it up. I think from somewhere. I forget how you get it. Nightmares and Nightbot. You can milk anything. You just, don't expect to do so unharmed. Alright, we're on Shuppet. I moved on to Shuppet. These are based on the, what is it, the Taku Botsu, or whatever the heck they're called. Whatever the little rain weather dolls are. Let's see. I always gotta put, like, little, so what I'm doing for this script is I'm putting in all the information, and then I'm at the end of every single, blurb. Like, I have all the information on Sableye, and then at the end of it, I put opinions. And I'm not doing anything else. I will only then state my opinions after I've talked everything about explaining the ghost Pokemon that is apparent there. Spherical, levitating, gray cloth, light blue sclera. Occasionally display a large pink tongue extending from the top of its head is a long pointed horn. Oh. Oops. Shuppet. It's a this Teru Bozu, that's what it's called. This Teru Bozu. Food check. Let's see. Teru Bozu. Everything's set up at least once. Uses the horn atop its head to absorb the negative emotions of people. This in turn feeds Shuppet. I think I banned one person. That was a bot. Yeah, I think that's about right. Discovered that not only is there Coke soda flavored Oreos, there's Oreo flavored Coke. Also anonymous. Hi there. I've interacted with you a few times. I know that for sure. Let's see. There's Oreos are the Kit Kats of America. Like if you look at Japan, there's a flavor for everything for Kit Kats in Japan, which is phenomenal. In America, you get a flavor for everything for Oreos. Don't know why this phenomena exists, but it's a thing. Disappointed ever since you found out you got rid of the right on these nuts joke in the Pokemon. I didn't even say it out loud, probably. We tried toffee and peanut butter Oreos. Whoa, that actually sounds good, though. How were they? Let's see. The emotions it feeds on include anger, jealousy, resentment, and malice. So some people are grateful for... Oh! So it is confirmed that it actually eats those emotions and takes them away from you. That's pretty cool. As this removes them from the person. Is that green stuff we put on sushi, Kit Kat? What? Yeah, there's probably a wasabi one. Remember the A&W Pop-Tarts, though? Also, hi, Clearly Milk. What in the world? You're BS. That's somebody that was already here. Unless, there's no way. Are you new? Also, A&W Pop-Tarts, I feel like I vaguely remember those. Toffee wasn't bad, but the dipping of peanut butter Oreos and milk made my mouth cry from happiness. Nice. Talk about chocolate, I'm feeling hungry. Ah, this is when we talk about chocolate and I go grab chocolate. Let's see. What there's a Pop-Tart? It is the third removed cousin of a, oh gosh, what are they called? Beef Wellington. It's a pastry. Okay, this in turn makes them become stronger. A&W and Dr. Pepper Pop-Tarts. I remember the Dr. Pepper ones. Watch some of your videos to help me sleep. Surprise, your channel is rather small. I am too, but that's okay. Also, I'm happy I can help you sleep. I think one of the sweetest comments I've gotten, I get a lot of sweet comments and I appreciate you guys for that, but one of the ones that stuck with me lately is the one that says, thank you for teaching me stuff during the day and helping me sleep at night. And I'm like, oh, aliens are dropping off someone. Trust page people don't have good food or capitalism. I mean, the Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts, their serving size is one of them, which is insane for me. Let's try to make them become stronger. It is nocturnal and appears in swarms beneath the eaves of houses with negative people inside. There is a proverb that says, shun the house where Shuppet gather in the growing dusk. That's pretty tight. That's pretty cool. Pop-Tarts in America, honestly, a weak and lazy type of food. Yeah, Americans typically don't care about that kind of thing, strangely enough. Dropping a milkshake, Pop-Tarts. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't really eat the peanut. Well, the peanut butter chocolate ones are good. I can't eat the regular peanut butter ones. Also, a good frozen Pop-Tart. You know what? Hold on. You're making me want something. I'm gonna tell you now. The best candy there is, a Take 5 Reese's. Both of them mixed together. I've put them in the freezer, frozen Pop-Tart gang. But, I thought about something today. I wanted to do another type of video, which was ranking every popular type of, like candy, or, like, the top 20 candies for Halloween. And I'm really tempted to do that. But I don't know how well it would do on this channel. It would be a fun little thing, especially as someone who doesn't eat a lot of candy. First time I hear about a Pop-Tarts in New Zealand, we don't have those. Yeah, that makes sense. Possession of Pokemon gets replaced with rivals, current Pokemon, and for a season. Reese's side products could be a bin on itself. Wait. Oh my god, you're right. I love Reese's. Reese's are amazing. I love Reese's. It's my favorite. Reese's is your actual name? I think your audience is more freaks who enjoy deep dives than Pokefans. A little bit of both. I feel like you guys just want any overly long video I could produce. You guys are looking at don't have much sugar, they just taste so good. Buckeyes are better. I don't blame you. Buckeyes are pretty good. Reese's Puffs. Eat them up. Reese's Puffs. Oh. If it it's on all caps. If it sleeps near a sleeping person, it will eat up their dark feelings and cause the person to wake up in the morning with their mood improved. That sounds really nice. Cadbury bars in the share box are tasty, apparently, whatever they are. Reese, which in Welsh, but English is Reese or Reese. Oh, okay. Go to Reese's Pubs. Chocolate peanut butter cereal, one of the best cereals known to man. Oh, ignore that. I mean, you're based on the territory of Bozer, but are you based on anything else? Resembles a hand puppet. Common depictions of ghosts. We'll just like that. Something to get you through a convention. Get yourself a slap of peanut butter fudge that can last you an entire weekend of energy and feeling if you do it right. Ooh. Feels like cannibalism if you eat them. Actually sounds good. Oh, it's amazing. Okay, so let's Shuppet, though. Oh, I like a hair. So let's Shuppet. Not a ton of information. I gotta put opinions at the end of that. Opinions. That's in all caps, I guess. Banette. Slab. Oh my god. Yeah, that just changed it completely. What's your favorite game if you have one? Probably between Ori and the Blind Forest, the Blue Dragon, JRPG, the Devil May Cry franchise as a whole, specifically 5 if I had to choose one of them. Pokemon in general is somewhere in there. Like, none of these are in order whatsoever. Baldur's Gate has been fantastic. Persona 4. I need to play through 5 still. I think that covers most of them. Banette is creepy. It's my new favorite Ditto thing to do. Cannibalism. Battlecast Fire Blue Dragon is potentially the best Xbox 360 game. It was so underrated, unfortunately. It had an alright story. It had solid designs. It had amazing mechanics. Phenomenal. Some of the best mechanics I've ever seen. A doll possessed by pure hatred after being abandoned. It now comes to life to seek out the one that left it behind. Fake Krabby, eat Krabby. Pretty decent twist. Yeah, third act. There's got a couple of decent twists in there, actually. There's Skate 3 and 2. There's Battle Block Theater. Battle Block Theater is phenomenal. That was so much fun. Cats are getting weaker. Every chapter, all the drunken cats are getting weak. Grew up with Black and White as your Pokemon game. As your first one. Played compared to the community. I mean, 5 was... Crystal was my first. Diamond and Pearl got my interest back in. And then my first one that and it was also the first one I started playing again. And then a Heart Gold... Sorry. No. Black and White was the first one I was able to start playing again. Then I got Diamond. And then from there, it's just history. Powerful Grudge. Okay. It keeps its force safely in its body by the means of its zipped up mouth. If unzipped, it would lose this energy. It lays curses on others by using its own body as a voodoo doll and sticking pins in it. That's pretty sick. Still have not and refuse to touch X and Y Sun and Moon. I enjoyed them. I really like X and Y. I actually just did a blind Nuzlocke of that. That was fun. I almost lost towards the end. That was hilarious. What's your favorite horror disaster movie? Mine's either Greenland. Either Greenland. Don't Look Up or Signs. Lights Out is pretty solid. The First Happy Death Day. Where's some ones that I watched recently? I watched what is the one silent one? What's the silent one? The one where, oh gosh, it's a silent horror movie with the creatures that hear sound. Whatever it is, I can't remember honestly. Shaun of the Dead is my favorite movie of all time, and that's a horror movie. It's a horror comedy. Highly recommend it. It's been my favorite since I was 13, 12, somewhere in there. Nothing has ever beat it. I do enjoy it a ton. A Quiet Place. Yep. The Quiet Place franchise is solid. The second one gets schlocky. I don't really care for the ending. Ooh, kids, power, whatever. That's if it's a spoiler, it's not much of a spoiler. I really didn't care for the second one ending. The third one, day one, does a pretty, without spoiling it, does a really good job of cutting to the chase, and allowing you to enjoy the monster in a slightly different way, and not have to be frustrated about knowing information that the characters don't know, because we know enough about these monsters now. They do a pretty solid job. Blue Dragon, Phantasy Star, man. I remember playing the demo. Ashes and Ketchup had a Gengar in anime. Yeah. All creatures hear sound. Quiet Place. Love that one. Basket Case is another good one. Oh, that one I know. That one's... I've heard about that one. Stanley Tucci and the Quiet Place kind of like a concept. Oh. Super Mario RPG, Final Fantasy 8, Blue Dragon, Final Fantasy, Life as a King. That's no one. Shadow Heart's Covenant. That one I haven't heard. Oh wait, no, we've talked about Covenant, Shadow Heart's Covenant multiple times. Sticking pins in it. Lives in garbage dumps and dark alleys. Though, oh no, I didn't have my fingers on home row. Lives dumps and dark alleys. And wait, hold on. Though, despite the evil within, that's a franchise. Treating it with enough care will satisfy its grudge, and it will turn it back into a stuffed toy. It is said that it laughs happily while sleeping, as it remembers, as it is remembering the time where it was loved and cared for. That's depressing. Let's see, what do I got here? Oh gosh, there's a lot of big messages. Don't look up comedy on what the government do. The guy, you should watch it. Want to get a bit of news? Oh, that's fine. You have no idea the type of movies I watch. Third type of soda. I don't really drink soda. Life as a King is a city builder sim exclusive to Nintendo Wii and download it. That sounds familiar. Hi, Iron Ken. Region based on the UK, but no Celtic myth ghost. Where's the Banshee Pokemon? Actually, Banshee Pokemon would be mischievous. Why no Galarian variant of Gourgeist? That would have been pretty snazzy. Maybe there will be a region based on Ireland in the future. Copium. You know what? Maybe if the channel, like, maybe if everything goes incredibly well with the channel, knock on wood, I will start working on Pokemon Ossine again. That would be really fun to start doing. It is based on the state of Wisconsin. Cryptids and ancient Pokemon or extinct animals are brought back and released on routes. They are not all rock-type Pokemon. And the way that the kid of the main story, your character, first joins to become a Pokemon trainer is by something called PokeCon, where professionals in all fields of research and working jobs, not just trainers, will actually be able to show the player how they can be a part of the Pokemon world and live their life, not just as a trainer, maybe not just as a ranger, but even just an electrician or otherwise. And then a personal Pokemon ranger takes the kid into the forest where they learn how to track Pokemon and catch their starter. See ya, Gecko. Thanks for being here. Charizard 30. Oh my gosh. I'm just getting best only download from the Wii. Is Banette partially based on a Banshee? I don't think so. Mischievous is based on a Banshee? Could have fooled me. It's because it screams. It's the screaming that it does. And also it's, there's a gnat. Its Japanese name, could be related to being a Banshee. You gotta look at their Japanese names as well. That's what makes it, that's an interesting part of it all. That's where the puns come in, because a lot of Japanese names are really just puns when it comes to, creative works. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Z. That's a huge example of it. Let's care for, did I? Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry, the girlfriend messaged me. The lady. lady. What is this? What, hold on. What does that say? Uh-oh. Well, if the stream cuts out today, it's because I just got a notification stating that that they're gonna be doing some work on the internet. So if I cut, that's my internet. Where it is remembering. There we go. Very few Pokemon that are solely based on a single thing. Froslass is an example of Pokemon based solely on one mythology, the Yuki-onna. Yep. Yep. A lot of them are also based on the territory of Bozu in course of general design. Skeleton in front of me in chat. Alright, what was I doing? Okay. Alright. Then we get into its Mega Evolution. Gaining more zippers than a Kingdom Hearts character. It leaves the legs and arms unzipped, revealing its cursed purple body. Apparently purple. Mischievous is based on the band. Oh, wait, no, I read that. I think it's why my thought of Banette being partially based on Banshee comes in. Its main aspect is obviously voodoo curse dolls. Any advice for people looking to start a YouTube channel similar to yours? Do you always do your research on stream? Seems like a great way to get things done. I don't always do my research on streams. Very rarely. It's just today. I mean, I might do weekly research streams to talk to people and to get a little bit done when I know I can work ahead or I'm already ahead. Maybe I'll do art streams if I can get my tablet working. For anybody who's looking to do stuff like this, I mean, stick to your passions. That's what I say. Don't. I'm taking a risk by banking on it working, even though it seems to be going really well. YouTube is always a risk, and I've been studying the numbers for so long. It's absurd. Forget the word algorithm. That's not a super important word. I mean, it is early on, but after a while, replace any algorithm question with audience. Because ultimately, the hard truth you have to realize is, if your video doesn't do well, it's because people don't give a shit. And that sucks. It sucks to say that, but it's the truth. I put out the mythology video, I knew people weren't going to give a shit about it. I put out the Pokemon Professor video expecting that one to do well. My main subscriber audience liked it. Nobody else gave a damn about it. The best videos on my channel are the food chain video, the history of ancient prehistoric Pokemon, and my lore and mechanics of every item in Pokemon. They all have to do with speculative ecology or lore, all of which provide something that is not on YouTube, in addition to the fact that I'm providing super long form content that ultimately my brain stopped. That ultimately is not seen. There is a wide pool that is oversaturated in regards to talking about Pokemon, and I decided and somehow managed to take a stethoscope, read the heartbeat of this monster, and then stab into it with the most pristine, precise obsidian knife by accident. It was an accident that I did it. The only thing that I can claim that I did on purpose was knowing nobody has ever made a food chain video. And I said, screw you. No one's ever gonna make it if I don't, so I'm gonna do it. And I did it. So you start with luck and your passion, and then you plan and you gauge your audience and you play into your audience. I say be honest with yourself, because I could be a horrible person right now, and I could make this audience grow so much faster. I could make it grow so much faster by not caring about being a good and honest person. You look at how many channels that have done that. You look at so many that are just pure drama and hatred, and they grow so freaking fast. And I'm not a fan of wanting that. I want to cultivate my audience. and that's that. So, it is what it is. I guess there's no true 100% advice. Nomura started to work at Pokemon Design, Mega Banette, and left immediately after. Damn! Oh, I'm stupid. That's stupid. I was related to Kingdom Hearts. Magikarp short. Magikarp would still be fun because there's a lot to do with Magikarp. Snooping around the transfer building. Should I go into the printer looking? Can do it anyway. Oh my goodness, don't get in trouble. Wait, food chain video? I gotta check it out. Great advice, by the way. I made a YouTube video for lots of clients and give them success, but never for myself. Yeah, you find success in what you love. I was supposed to go into Film Academy and everything, and then I didn't. And I'm lucky that 8 years later, after deciding not to do that, because I wanted to support my family, that now this is starting to work out, and I can see the light where I can bet everything on myself and take that risk. But yeah, good people attract good people. Toxic are for those. Leave the toxic for those in politics, right? Let's see. Let's get back into Mega Banette. Let's see. Zigzag ribbon becoming somewhat erect. Whoa! 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 Stop that! Whoa! Zipper rings around it and short zipper on the tip. Whoa! Gains 4 further spikes, 1 on top and bottom, each a hand, 1 on each hip. However, loses its brush-like tail. So much power that in vindictiveness, it cannot help cursing its trainer. Of course, just like Gengar. It's just like Gengar. Can't help but curse its trainer. Film school was overrated, mostly about the connections. Yup. Preach it. Mostly about the connections you make and learning from the elite. Other than that, you can learn by yourself very easily. Yup. You called it right. A lot of it is connections. You just keep punching from there. Yeah. And if you end up liking the food chain video, there are mistakes in it. But Friday comes out the complete ecology of the Kanto region. And it is far more accurate because I left the food chain video simply to I kept the food chain video strictly to the Pokédex with very, very rare diversions just to try and fill stuff out. And I still made mistakes. Whereas the complete ecology of the Kanto region is far more accurate and provides far more interesting information, in my opinion. It's out already for members of the channel, and I'm very proud of my thumbnail for it. I'm very proud of how I was able to draw that thumbnail. That's because of its vindictiveness. Okay. That's that Pokemon. I just put opinions there. Who's next? Sableye, Shuppet, Banette, Mega Banette, Duskull and Dusclops. What an amazing Pokemon. I could probably talk about it without actually reading it, but I'd rather have things organized properly. That's the interesting part. I've read so many of these Pokemon that I could talk about most of them without having to research them at all. But for organizational purposes, it's so much better, especially if I can ensure that I have the correct stuff it's based on, and then go back and do additional research, which is probably what my plan, which is pretty much what my plan is. Like, I'm just getting Bulbapedia stuff, and then when I have to go back and talk about the Bozu, I'm just gonna have some extra notes for myself that I will go back for when I swim through this document. Can't wait to see the video. Thank you. Spread the word of the channel, y'all. That's all I can ask for. I mean, I can always say become a member if you can, but I can never truly ask for more than watching the videos and spread, even spreading the word of the channel, because I don't have the money. I don't have the money to be, a member of any channels. So how could I truly ask that of anyone else? Pokemon Spirit Settlers personification of Grim Reaper. Its body resembles a black robe. This Pokemon and its evolutions all relating to the Grim Reaper. Let's see. It can become invisible, to sneak up on prey, and even go through walls. It is nocturnal and lives in thick forests. Once it chooses a target, it will doggedly pursue the victim until the break of dawn. There we go. Sorry, brain started going into the song. It was time to go to bed, so I'm leaving. Have a good afternoon, night. Rest easy. Thank you for being here, Knit. Sleep well. I'm sorry, I saluted with the wrong hand. I'm an imposter. Am I? No, they're not. They're not, I was gonna say. Let's see. It has been described as enjoying the crying of children and is said to even spirit away disobedient children. That's a funny way of saying kidnapping. Look at me, I'm fancy. I say spirited away. Ooh. Miyazaki. Ichihara. Wait. Oh, UFO's coming in to drop. I don't see the ducks, by the way. I just hear whatever's happening in there. I haven't quacked them. Whoa! I like you. That's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff right there. Alright, let's get back to research and I see chat. Any October plans YouTube-wise you're willing to share? I guess I revealed my hand a little bit as to what the next video is supposed to be. But then I also am thinking, I've been contemplating playing Alien Isolation on stream. Maybe a FNAF day. I did play through FNAF. We'll see about that. I'm not 100% confident because I played FNAF in the past. And I do have a couple of other things that I do have planned. That would be kind of fun. Spirited Away, Mom's trying to get my dad to dress as No Face for Halloween. Ooh, she's sweetening the pot by saying all he need to do is point in directions and eat candy. That's pretty snazzy. That's a pretty great way to go. D&D Halloween one-shot? I can't promise. I can't promise that. Maybe. 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 I'm not gonna make promises, but maybe. Let's see. But this is this C is mainly, I mean, in for a D&D one shot. Maybe I'll put out a vote. Maybe we'll do like a Pokemon themed one. That'd be fine. That'd be fitting for the channel and everything. There's No Face a few years ago for a Halloween work party. A post picture. Do it. This is mainly to make the kids behave. Duskull's diet consists of the vital energy of children. Oh my gosh. All victims tend to suffer an intense chill after being drained of their life force. All right, Pokemon, I see you. All right, Pokemon, I see you. Jason Michael Leatherface, Ghostface trying to survive candy-hungry children. See you, Dino King. Thanks for being here. Posted? I gotta check this. Yo! Oh, the one you have and nobody else in it? Oh, man, that makes me want pizza. That's making me want pizza now. Let's see, what are you based on? What else do you have available to you, Mr. Little Ghost? Based on Grim Reaper and Boogeyman. Oh yeah, the Namahage. Shape similar to Hirotama, the Japanese representation of the human soul. Duskull could also take inspiration from skeletons to the skull mask. Well, no duh. With inspirations from not just limited to the Grim Reaper, but also involving the Boogeyman. its Japanese equivalent, the Namahage, and its shape is similar to a Hitodama, the Japanese representation of a human soul. Bada bing, bada boom. What's next? We got Dusclops. Gonna put opinions. Dusclops. The back-end Pokemon. Woof. Roundish gray body. Its body is hollow and wrapped in bandages. With a hollow body wrapped in bandages. Green on the cast, but I want Baba Yaga. With a hollow body wrapped in bandages. It can absorb anything much like a black hole, pulling through the gaps between the bandages and wrapping it. Now being reminded that I want a Kappa starter, spelling it normally turns into a... Really? That's weird. Yeah, I guess we don't have a Kappa starter. We have a couple representations of Kappa, including like Golduck and Lotad. Same cast, but hunted by the Baba Yaga John Wick. Oh my lord. That'd be kind of fun, having a group of monsters being hunted down by a monster hunter. Let's see. It is rumored that the red eye is actually the true form of Dusclops. Ludicolo is based on a cat. Is Ludicolo based on a cat? Oh, the Ludicolo line. I mean, I guess so. Like, I know not Lotad. I meant to say Lombre. Because Lombre is primarily the Kappa. It waves its hands to hypnotize opponents, then force them to do as it desires, preying on drifting Will-O the wisps, sucking them into its body. It lives in thick forests and is generally active at nighttime. Because I didn't press space after typing it. Oh, well, there it is. Maybe I'll put out a vote. I don't know. Do I want to put out a vote? What kind of vote would I even put out? Because I was thinking about what votes I do want to do. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to do... Because I haven't done D&D on the channel in so long, I have no idea who would even watch it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do... Sorry. I like completely blanked for a little bit there. I need water. Dusknoir next. Drawing his trick or treat. You know, I don't even hear John Wick's voice in my head because he talks so little. Comparatively to like the percentage of the movie that there is. I forgot to put opinions at the end of that. There we go. Dusknoir, the Grim Reaper Pokemon itself, evolved from Dusclops using a Reaper cloth. Shabingus Shabungus. Disc shape, flat projections, upturned color. It receives signals through the use of the antenna on its head. Oh wait, hold on. I should probably structure that sentence properly. Receives signals from the other world through the use of the antenna on its head. Sorry, I should probably say Spirit World. This isn't Dragon Ball. Spirit World. There we are. It usually only appears to those who are dead and bring their souls to the afterlife. Though, wait. And because of this, it has caused people to fear it, especially so as it sometimes, even if rarely, does make a mistake and take the wrong person. Cast doesn't matter. I'll get trapped in the Children of the Corn, have to make it out. Accidentally take away their souls alive, though rarely happens. Enemy is shown protecting innocent people from being taken from the spirit world, though it often protects people from being taken to the spirit world before their time. It is unknown if it actually has a will of its own or is simply being controlled. The mouth on its stomach is used to swallow targets whole and transport them. Though it is unknown where it truly travels to, it only consumes spectral essence, leaving only the empty remains of living beings untouched. Kids who get transported to the Forgotten Realms on Halloween, but their classes, powers don't match their Gandalf as a kid. Barbarian. Kid dressed as an Eminem as a paladin. You're like a... I'm trying to think, what would be a fun one for that? What would be a fun one for that? Sorry, my brain is not. My brain is like hyper. Whoa, that's a pretty snazzy shiny. My brain might be more focused on Pokemon than I thought. Now that I have people here to keep me on track. It does have a number of inspirations from the mountain-dwelling Yamawaru, the paper lantern-like Chochin Obake. I just remember that's what that one looks like. And even jack-o'-lanterns and the electronic voice phenomena. First time I'm doing it Saturday. Best of luck, soldier. You got this. Have fun with it. That's all that. As long as the players have fun, you win. Who cares about rules in the end? All right, who's next? So, Drifloon! Drifloon! Because you told me to! Oh, did I just... I did. Oops. I just deleted the Pokemon database. I've got so many to go through. Actually, no, I don't. I'm... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 rows, and I'm only about... I've only completed 3. 4 technically. Oof, never mind. Place my opinions. Someone will get that one. Opinions. Even though that's not the right word. Drifloon. Beep beep pew. Beep 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 pew. This Pokemon has 2 little frayed protrusions that resemble hands, allowing it to grab onto children and run away with them. Oh, really? Though it usually only does this to those that are rough with it, and it dislikes heavy children. That's still really funny to me. Every time, it would have never taken me. I was a fat boy. I was a nice rotund boy. Let's see. The X on its face does have a mouth. And its body is filled with air, as well as the lost spirits of people and Pokemon, expanding as it collects more souls. If it explodes, these souls unleash with a screaming sound. Jesus! It is also rumored that it is reincarnated from deceased humans. Okay, alright, that's way more than I was ready for today. That was way more than I was ready for today. What's this? I might have to mute. To do a little hydro check. She sent me a cat video. Okay, that's not working. That's not working the way I expected it to. I really expected. Bruh! Let me do the video. She sent me a video, bro. It's as simple as that. Why is it so hard? She sent me a video, and I can't just view it. Why is life so difficult sometimes? Alright, listen here, you little monster. All I wanted was to view this video, make life easy for myself. Okay. Sure, we'll do that. Yep, why not? Yeah. I'm learning a lot of information about Pokemon that I wasn't exactly ready for. Like, I did not expect Drifloon to have all that going on there for it. There was so much more than I've ever been explained or told. There we go. Oh. Just... Okay. Now. Oh, god dang it. She sent me a video about cats playing on iPads because they're just iPad kids. Okay. Oh, that made a sound out loud. I felt that. I didn't hear it. I felt it. I felt it make a sound. Okay. Known as a signpost for wandering spirits due to its aimless drifting. for wandering spirits due to its aimless drifting. It desires company, often seeking out children and grabbing their hands. Though, due to how light it can be resisted easily and is often pulled around. Alright. Though, if children hold on for too long, there is rumor that the Drifloon will fly away with them and guide them into the afterlife. Despite this, they can be friendly and helpful, and they puff up when they are angry or aggressive. Being more common at night, residing in damp, humid locations. There we go. Okay. What? You're just based off of balloons, right? Based on a balloon, puncture bandage, heart-shaped helium balloons. Resemble the comb jelly, specifically the tentaculata, based on a space jellyfish. What? Space jellyfish is a rocket launch-related phenomenon caused by sunlight reflecting off the high-altitude rocket plume gases emitted by the launching of a rocket during morning or evening twilight. The observer is in darkness while the exhaust plumes at high altitudes are still in direct sunlight. The luminous apparition is reminiscent of a jellyfish. Sightings of the phenomenon have led to panic, fear, or of a nuclear missile strike, and reports of unidentified flying objects. Woo! May be inspired with inspiration potentially from helium balloons, comb jelly, and the tentaculata, comb jelly, and space jellyfish. Oh, that's in all caps. Gosh dang it. Tentaculata, comb jelly, and space jellyfish. Otherwise known as atmospheric jellyfish. Potentially even inspired by some Kaidan ghost stories where ghosts and spirits have been compared to balloons. Okay. Schnazzy, schnazzy. Beautiful. Alright. Let's jump into Drifblim. Alright. Drifblim. That is always so loud. That never fails to be loud. That drowned out the music. Lower parts of the body, 4 long, thin arms extend diagonally in 4 different directions. Blah, blah, blah. There is Arnie, arrows in a short red protrusion. Blah, blah, blah. its body... Oh gosh, if I could type right. Its body contains souls said to be burdened with regrets, serving as fuel for Drifblim's gas. It is strong enough to lift Pokemon or people, but has no control over its flight. This causes it to drift with the wind and end up anywhere. Though it can inflate and deflate itself to control its altitude. It's rarely active during the day, but usually gathers in groups during the evenings. When noticed, the groups will suddenly vanish to unknown locations. It preys on Clamperl? What the hell? Okay, alright, if you say so, Chief. Preys on Clamperl. And there are rumors of it also carrying people to the afterlife, alongside songs or poems dedicated to Drifblim due to people admiring its transient melancholy aspect. Okay, if you say so. Clamperl, though? Why Clamperl? Why Clamperl? Like, it actively hunts them enough that it goes after Clamperl. That doesn't make sense to me. Why? Like, you're telling me this thing can pry open Clamperl and eat it. That doesn't make sense. What is... Okay, what do your Pokédex directly say? Generate gas, blah, blah, blah. Drowsy in the daytime. No one knows where they go. Large flocks will just disappear. They're all material for the guest-side's body as souls. Gotta get them pearls. I guess so, but again, why? That's such a pool. What yokai likes pearls? Hot air balloon, box jellyfish, Kirikia Barnacy might also be based on space jellyfish. Kaidon ghost stories. Kirikia Barnacy. What does that eat? What yokai doesn't? Does this Pokemon look like a ghost? It looks like the next Hindenburg disaster. Is what it looks like. It's Drifblim. It's a blimp. A lot of yokai are former humans. Well, true. Let's see. Kirikia Barnacy. Extremely venomous jellyfish found in Australia. Venomous jellyfish found in Australia. Things can result in Irukandji syndrome. Commonly known as the Irukandji jellyfish, although named doesn't distinguish it from Irukandji jellyfish and Malay Kidney. Mature bell, blah, blah, blah. Corner species discovered by Jack Barnes of Cairns, Australia. Exploration mission based on it, determining the reason for Irukandji syndrome. Barnes allowed himself a lifeguard and his 9-year-old son to be stung by the jellyfish. Soft-bodied marine organism, falls venomous Medusozoa subphylum and the Cubozoa class. Box jellyfish producing potent venom, threat to humans, blah blah blah. Description, life cycle. Does it not eat like clams, shell, pearl, nothing. Was waiting for it to be eating pearls, be a nod to Pac-Man. That would have been kind of snazzy. But it doesn't look like it, you know what I mean? I'm just... Why does it eat pearls? Or why does it prey on Clamperl? What? Hold on. Let me see if the Pokédex entries say it. Drifblim float around as they please during the day, but at night they drift off to who knows where. Apparently some of the clan pearl they've carried away are still missing. And that's in the new Pokemon Snap. Why? No, this is gonna bother me. No, 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 no. I refuse. No, there has to be a reason. There has to be a damn reason for this. What in the world? Okay. Yokai. You know what? Ghost that eats pearls. Wang Liang, type of malevolent spirit. Traditions include a wilderness spirit like the Kui, a water spirit like the Chinese dragon, a fever demon like the Yu, a graveyard ghost also called Wang Xiang, Fan Lian, and the man-eating demon that resembles a 3-year-old brown child with red eyes, long ears, and beautiful hair. Usually written in radical phonetic characters. Ghost radical. Okay, this isn't telling me anything. Where's the freaking pearl? Zhang Wang is the name of an allegorical character who discovers the Zun Shu, dark mysterious pearl, Taoist truth, lost by a legendary yellow emperor. Well, that still doesn't tell me anything. It's for someone lost a pearl, mystery, blah, blah, blah. Search for the pearl, 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 searching for the pearl. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Doesn't tell me anything new. Gotta be a nod to something real world. That's what I'm getting at. And like I'm not seeing Wizard. Thanks, Wizard 101. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Wizard 101 again. Ghost of Pearl White, Pearl from Steven Universe, blah blah blah. 10 most terrifying ghosts in ancient cultures. Oh. I mean, if it's a reference to old blimps, and I guess like giving valuable gifts as a romantic gesture in the middle of a blimp ride, a hot air balloon ride, maybe that would make sense. That would be the only thing I could think of. You know what I mean? Like, that would fly. Let's see. What about a general yokai that eats pearls? Okay, there's a yokai that cries pearls. Man-eating centipede lives in mountains while it eats humans. I'm like a weakness to humans' life. That would fly when talking about the giving of the inside. But I didn't mean to make that pun. That was a golden mistake. Name literally means, what is this? Toyotama Hime. Pearl Princess, priest of an abundant divine spirit. Priestess filled with abundant divine spirits. Toyotama Hime. Tamayai Hime are the daughters of the sea god Watatsumi in Shinto mythology. Live in the undersea palace of Ryukyu, and like their father, their true form is that of an amorous dragon called the Wan. Okay, we're getting way off. There's no way. There's no freaking way. Kojiki, Nirjukta, oldest written mythologies, blah blah blah. Luxuriant pearl princess filled with an abundance of divine spirits. I mean, maybe, but that still doesn't fly. First, the holy women who are possessed by powerful divine spirits, illustrating these sisters' importance to Shinto mythology. Sea god, permission, fish, each other, beautiful, married. Okay, well. How's the research going? Hey, Zaxter, you're new here. I don't think I've even interacted with you in the comment section. It's going well. We're first off, welcome to the stream. I am obsessing over Drifblim because apparently it decides to eat Clan Pearl according to the new Pokemon Snap game. Like, literally the new Pokemon Snap game. But I can't figure out why, and I'm either going to tie it to, in my explanation, to Toyotama Hime, which is a, like, a dragon called the Wani. It is a yokai. It's not even a yokai at this point. But it is a priestess filled with abundant divine spirits, and her name literally means, like, the the luxuriant Pearl Princess. Alternatively, it could be the fact that romantic gestures in hot air balloons, giving gifts could be related to, you know, could be what it's relation to, because I cannot figure out otherwise. Find Shintoism fascinating. Shintoism is pretty solid. The only reason I'm more Zen and not full-on religious in regards to Shintoism is because of some of the beliefs that are in there in terms of their practices, where I could never go full. Theoretically speaking, I could never be a full Shinto believer due to, like, just how it all, just because of how the beliefs work. And I find that the practices of Zen are really nice. Didn't notice your streaming and research on ghost types, one of my favorite types, next to steel and ground types. Hey! Also, hi, Drakeon. I feel like I've interacted with you before. Welcome to the stream. So, but yeah, oh gosh. I guess that's what I'm gonna put. I am obsessed on stream over figuring out why it eats Clamperl as per the new Pokemon Snap game, but can only find relation to the luxuriant Pearl Princess, who was Princess Toyotama Hime, who was filled with, is it malevolent spirits? An abundance of divine spirits, or the old practice or idea in general of giving luxurious gifts such as pearls in hot air balloon rides. Fire and Dark Rock? I find a belief system fascinating without following. It's kind of what we do in Unitarian Universalist. Oh, Cineroar in SS in ranked? Is SS in ranked? You mean in like... Oh, Fire and Dark Rock. Got it. Got it. That took me a second. I don't know why. SS in ranked? Is it doing that? Is it doing that well? I don't even understand. Wait, which ranked? Hey, Insect Plane Productions. You're new here. Clamperl hatred. All my homies hate Clamperl. It's useless. What? It knows Whirlpool, Withdraw, and 2 other moves. Can't learn anything else by TM or anything else. And then you need the 2 items, the Deep Sea Scale or the Hunter or the Deep Sea Fang, in order to make it evolve to Gorbis or Huntail. With Gorbis is terrifying. Keep that thing away from me, man. It insanguinates. It insanguinates people, completely ridding you of their... Hold on. Give me a second. Number 2! Welcome to being a wanderer! Thank you for supporting the channel. You can now use emotes on the channel, view videos early, such as the complete ecosystem of the Kanto region. Sorry, it took me a second. That is coming up publicly this Friday, but you can now view it early, in addition to seeing other behind-the-scenes stuff, such as my sketches, or anything else I decide to put out. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I do have two emotes on the way, as well as merch. Also, if anybody likes voice mod, I am a partner under voice mod, and you can use my link in any of my descriptions to follow it. Put in code Krillik, not Krillik VA, just Krillik, and you get like a 5% discount. I know it's not much, but if people want voice mod, you might as well do it, and it kicks back some of the money to me, which is nice. The 2 Camper Evolutions are part of the few I need for a full living dex. That is always insane to me. Full living dexes are wild. Training for being a competitive player. I wish you the best of luck, soldier. I might know a lot about Pokemon. I am dog at at competitive. Oh my gosh. It was really funny how my Discord, when I ran a competition, thought that I was going to be top dog and everyone was afraid of me. And I'm like, guys, do not put me on that pedestal. I can do really good on PvE. Do not put me on PvP. I'm dog. Unless it's like Dark Souls. Just finished the Living Dex 2 days ago. Nice! Got the Pokeball Magirna from Pokemon Home Gift for doing it. Hunto, Gorbis, and Patra. I'm amazed you just don't ask somebody. I know you like... Well, then again, I know you like the hunt yourself, which I respect. All right, I fell behind on productivity, but you know, that's fine. I knew this would happen. I was already falling behind on productivity before I started streaming. This actually helped me stay on the ball. PVNPC, listen here! I mean, you're correct, but listen here! All 3 are unavailable on the Switch games right now. Lame. Actually, yeah, you're right. Holy crap. That's weird that Gorbis and Huntail aren't. I mean, like, there's so many of these Pokemon regions are surrounded by water completely. Like, how? The sea is right there. Though, despite all that, it does have inspiration from hot air balloons, box jellyfish, more specifically the Carica barnesi, and blimps, of course. And blimps, of course. There we go. How long are you streaming for? I'm supposed to go to work in 2 hours, so probably an hour and a half, unless my job is like, hey, a workload is really light, don't come in at all, because they delayed me. And if they tell me that, I'll just stream longer, because I'll just be working on this all day. So, I mean, otherwise I stream tomorrow from 2 p.m. CST to 7 p.m. CST, continuing to try and beat my Pokemon Too Many Types Blind Nuzlocke, which I have, for the first time ever, lost twice. Music just changed. Nope, nope, I don't know if that's copyright or not. Nope, stop that. Nope. Studio Matcha JP, that's where I listen to most of my Pokemon music. Let's put on this one, I like this one. Disney in the anime carries to the afterlife. Yep. Not all the time, though. And part of that is a rumor, so it's kind of a toss-up. The hardest thing about this is, like, does the Pokédex lie to you? And we know the Pokédex technically lies to you, but it also is a work of science in the factor that they put out their truth as best as they can, as they try to put out the best. It's like real science. You put out your truth that we currently know, and then when we can develop it further, we put it better. For me, it's 11 p.m. Thank you, unemployed. Number 2, what are you doing subscribing or being a member then? What are you doing? I appreciate you becoming a member, but what are you doing? Take care of yourself first. Please be careful with your money. I know it's like $3, but you know what I mean? It doesn't lie, it just doesn't have all the information leading to misinterpretations. Yeah, this doesn't look like a research, mister. Oh, it's definitely research. You just can't see everything. Also, hi there, Burton. How you doing? You're new here. Actually, no, I've seen your comments recently, Burton. Yeah, no, you're the one that wants to, you're the one that I said, you also asked, how do you do a channel and you wanted to do your own research and you're going through college and everything. Best of luck. I remember because of your profile. I got overly excited. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. I just there are some conversations I remember because I give a really long explanation and everything, and I don't know. I feel like some conversations speak to me in my soul, and I have to like really give my response. Like somebody asked if I had ADHD or autism, and I'm like, I probably have ADHD. It's very, very likely that I do. Autism, I'm fairly sure I don't have it, though I know the symptoms are similar enough to each other. And I say I only potentially have ADHD. I know I have anxiety and depression, but I know they're all tied together as well. And I just haven't gotten actually tested for ADHD appropriately, which I would like to do because I'd like to learn how to process it better. I pay for my apartment, mom and food monthly, so I'm fine. Okay, I believe you. Just make sure you take care of you. That's what I care about most. I think my number one fear is of course I want to make my living doing this, and memberships mean the absolute fucking world to me, right? Like, that is above and beyond, right? And I don't expect anybody to do memberships. But I think the number one thing that would hurt me physically and mentally, other than, like, obviously not being able to do this, but, like, is taking from somebody who needs that money, you know? So, as long as you are taking care of yourself first, that is what matters most to me. Always look out for number one. That is you yourself. And that is because you cannot fill another person's cup when yours is empty. That is my number one rule. Love you, bro. Ultimate positivity. Yeah, thank you. Illegal Drifloon has similar relations to Sky Burial in Buddhism. Does it now? Drifblim and Sky Burial. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I know what you mean. Okay. Let me look up Sky Burial. That's a pretty good point. Funeral practice in which a human corpse is placed on a mountaintop to decompose while exposed to elements or being eaten by scavenging animals, especially carrion birds like vultures and corvids. Comparable excarnation practices are those of Zoroastrian burial sites where deceased are exposed to elements of scavenger birds and stone structures called Dakma. Sky burials are endemic to Tibet, Qinghai, Sichuan, and Inner Mongolia, as well as in Mongolia, Nepal, Bhutan, parts of India such as Sikkim, Zansar, and Zansar. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I can do Chinese and Japanese, like, words fairly easily now because I've read enough in regards to, like, the Pokemon and everything and having to pronounce them. But, like, India and their verbiage and their linguistics are a little harder for me. Locations of preparation, Sky Burial understood in Vajrayana Buddhist traditions as charnel grounds. Few such places remain operational today, as the Chinese Communist Party initially banned the practice completely during the Cultural Revolution, as the feudal superstition continues to restrict the practice due to its allegations of decimation of vulture populations. The majority of Tibetan people and many Mongols adhere to the Vajrayana Buddhism, which teaches the transmigration of spirits. There's no need to preserve the body as a now an empty vessel. Birds may eat it, nature may cause it to decompose. Oh, I dig that. The function of the Sky Burial is simply to dispose of remains in generous as way possible. The origin of practice is a Tibetan name. In much of Tibet and Qinghai, the ground is too hard and rocky to dig a grave, and due to the scarcity of fuel and timber, sky burials are typically more practical than a traditional Buddhist practice of cremation, which has been limited to high lamas and some other dignitaries. Interesting. Prefrontal lobe syndromes can have overlapping symptoms with each other: ADHD, autism, OCD, Tourette's, depression, and anxiety disorders. It doesn't mean you have the others, so yep. And it's always, like, I always recommend, don't let somebody else armchair psychology you, everybody. That's something I've had to learn very quickly here, because I get a lot, and I mean an absurd amount of comments that do ask me if I am neurotypical, regarding ADHD or autism or anything along those lines. And knowing myself, I can tell for the most part what I likely have and what I don't have, but always seek a professional's opinion, as they are literally a professional for a reason. I think it's important to take the stigmatism out of neurotypical brains, or atypical, whatever, because it only causes damage to you and your livelihood. Ultimately, everyone's brains are different no matter what. Chemicals exist and they interact differently. Our DNA is a hodgepodge of things we do and don't understand, and ultimately it comes out as the human that you are today. It is very important as such to generally be able to understand your brain through the assistance of a professional, so that way you can live your life comfortably and happy in ways that you can actually feel comfortable in your own brain, in your own skin, your meat suit skeleton thing, your meat mecha that you are, because you deserve that. And that's what I want when it comes to the potential ADHD that I might have, because they'll be able to basically hand me a book and be like, hey, here's some things that might help you with your specific diagnosis. Diagnosed with autism when I was 15 and ADHD when I was 14. That's why I'm unemployed. I get paid because autism makes me unable to work. How do I put this? See, now I come across something that I don't know how to say it. So if I say it wrong, please correct me, okay? I'm going to take my moments of ignorance, because I don't want to just say I'm sorry. if you're living a happy life, obviously, I can only assume there are things that you want, or, you know, and can have, or might not be able to have. But that's about the same as any other human being. Just at different levels in different things. So, I don't know how else to put that. I guess, you know what I mean? I don't want to say I'm sorry in the idea of... Like, I guess I would say I'm sorry to somebody who has asthma or has, like, a death disease, but that's not the same. How the fudge do you go about that? Actually diagnosed with both ADHD and anxiety disorder. I also tell people, take people by the word as if they are saying something in that range as well. That makes sense. Hey, Solar, how you doing? Serious talk? I mean, kind of serious talk. We got into a topic that I'm not, like... I'm not 100% sure how to navigate. And luckily, once again, I have learned in the past 9 months of growth, because I've taken a lot of time to grow, to know how to pause and try to help interpret and speak back in regards to things that I don't know without saying that it's anything that I shouldn't. Pretty happy with it. There are ups and downs. Definitely just happy with it. There we go. And then there we go. Then allow me to say this then. I am not sorry, and I'm happy that you are comfortable in your own skin, and you are seeing yourself as a normal human being, as you are, that has normal things that are within your reach and outside of your reach, just as anybody else. You just have different chemicals in your brain. Autism, ADHD, if that matters. Well, there you go. And you're another human. You're another human, Solar. That's all it is. Unemployed because of anxiety disorder. Also, anxiety disorders prevent me from getting paid for my disorder. Can't bring myself to government for help due to the anxiety from doing so. Oh. I actually never knew that part, Joe. I'm sorry. That one I will say I am sorry for. But at the same time, you have been around for over a freaking year now. Oh my gosh. And you have shown incredible growth in the time that you have been here. And I always appreciate that about everybody, and you know, you've done great. You've been here so much. It's insane to me. Like I know. I look forward to everybody that I regularly interact with, and I look forward to anybody who even just pops in for 2 seconds. You know what I mean? I know the channel's getting bigger and bigger, and it's just getting to that point where it's like, how do you keep up, and how do you remember, and how do you respond to things? And it's just like, I know the Discord is there, but man, you know, I guess that's why I do these streams. It's because not as many people pop into the streams, and I could talk to you guys. I don't know. Also, I'm not super concerned. I have... here's a little trade secret. I'm planning on releasing this video on October 1st. I have 13 days to actually script all of this, refine it, record it, edit it. That's a lot of time. Don't worry. Hey, some guy. Good evening. Good afternoon. Oh, I forgot to respond to... Oops. Should have done that. My girlfriend tried just saying how her cat isn't as bad, isn't an iPad kid. Her cat's absolutely an iPad kid. If you turn on YouTube, he immediately thinks that he's gonna get his birds, and the beginning sound that plays, it's Birder King on YouTube, is oh my gosh, can I not do it? Ha! Ha! I'm dry. It's like that. And he'll run over. How to stop fighting says I gained this anxiety. Subscribers have climbed up from the bottom of the iceberg. I need to get to the water's level in order to get my back to work. And I'm still far from that, though. Made progress. So happy about that. Joe, I don't know how you celebrate, but I hope you celebrate. You deserve to celebrate, and that's something that I'm learning, and I struggle with myself. I struggle with two things. I struggle with whether or not I'm doing enough. And then I also struggle with, I struggle with rewarding myself. You know what I mean? I often don't think I deserve the reward, but I'm doing better these days than I used to. And that's a really hard thing to get over, and that's, I know that could be a number of different reasons. Problem is that I'm unable to work. Isn't that I'm unable to work? I'm always just really low on the list in terms of who companies will pick. Oh, I'm sorry. You'll find the right company though. I'm confident. Anyone else trying to whistle to encourage Krillik whistling before realizing he can't hear you? I get distracted really easily, have trouble relating to others, and bad explaining how I feel, so companies often pass over me. I mean, that's just, you're also growing. You are you are becoming an adult as well, and that's always, that's just part of life, learning all these things. I'm lucky that I get to listen to music or listen to podcasts when I'm at my job, and I usually listen to music or podcasts all the time due to my own tinnitus. And also, if I have 2 to 3 stimuli at a given time, then usually I can stay on track. Speaking of staying on track, we're done with Drifblim. As we get further into the Pokemon list, there's less details inherently. Swedish government here pays people who can't work with autism, and they also offer a 6-hour weekly workplace of your choice, like a pet shop or something similar. That is actually incredibly important. That is actually phenomenal, because human interaction is incredibly important for the human mindset, and that's something that I have to work on as well, especially if I am going to really take this jump and focus on YouTube, because I'm already kind of a hermit to some capacity. And I've been slowly doing better and making plans with people. Oh, Spiritomb! To ensure that I don't get lonely and I don't do that sort of thing to myself. Especially as a very, you need, face-to-face interactions are incredibly important. Work right here now is because they need a guy that can punch and can take punches. Pretty big guy, so I got that covered. Give him the right hook! Had talks with management due to certain ADHD symptoms. You need to stop yelling. Can't control or realize when I lose control of my volume. Huh. Yeah, I've gotten better, but I used to do the same all the time. Workplaces love accepting people with autism into the company because the company don't pay for us. The government pay for the company to have us. That's a really interesting thing. I don't think that's a thing here in America. Told that I need to stop randomly dancing. Oh, bro, I randomly sing. I ended up scaring the lady because we watched a scary movie, and when I was on my way back, I was going do 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 do, and as soon as I turned the corner, she like jumped. She's like, "Why are you making sounds while you are coming back?" And she has ADHD. She has ADHD, so it was really funny. She understands, but I scared the piss out of her. Finding outside of sport, but I have to throw myself in this situation and earn money. I'm not happy with it. Can do exactly anything else. Not that smart. So, yeah. Intelligence it can be learned. That's what I always say. You know, everyone has there are different types of intelligence. You know what I mean? And I wish you the best as always. I looked down at my phone. Guardian for someone who's able to take care of himself, known each other for nearly as long as I've been alive. Whoa. Let's look at Spiritomb. Ghostly purple Pokemon that is attached to a stone and lacking a physical body. So before I get distracted really easily, depending on your type of ADHD, body doubling, music, background stuff. There is the Pandoro method or whatever, where it's like you work Pandoro. It's like you work for 20 minutes and you take a 5-minute break, 20 minutes, 5-minute break. What are we doing? I'm doing research. Although you guys can only see ducks. Kept count longest I've been able to concentrate on studying was like 9 minutes. Woo! Again, I used to kind of be that way to some capacity. Those purple Pokemon is attached to stone lacking a physical body. It's projected appearance... My hands are not on home row. Its projected appearance is an ethereal composition of swirling purple energy of an unknown kind, though it does have a green face at its center. It is formed by... Oh, wait, hold on. I hope you remembered what I said about Hisuian Typhlosion as Spiritomb is formed by a collection of 108 spirits. It is said to have been sealed into the odd keystone by a traveler roughly 500 years before present time. It will lay curses on others and lash out at anyone with little thought, often exercising short-sightedness in its pursuit of vengeance. It is rarely encountered in the wild. And the 108 wisps 108 spirits appear as wisps in Pokemon Legends Arceus. After the seal broke and they scattered through the lands. Alright, what did I miss in chat? I work at a day programming site and mentally disabled people with autism. They're often considered to be eaten up with autism. The problem is that people think they're standard people with autism when most people with autism are capable of taking care of themselves. Yep. Needless to say, grades were not good. Always surprised I even passed exams at all. First try to. Hey, you know, that's a success. The fight money I want to be for the sake of helping someone else rather than just business. That's, gosh, how do I say this? This is oh gosh, solar, this is the hardest thing. This is what I'm going to say, and this is 100% serious. Make sure that with what you do, you are taking care of yourself. This is gonna fucking suck what I'm going to say, okay? I'm not gonna hold this one back. As somebody who only saw in the past, I'm so much happier now. But as someone who only saw himself as a tool for others' happiness and well-being in the past, please make sure that you understand you are more than that, okay? Help others, do your best, but take care of yourself as well. Punch, and punch harder. And when you think you can't punch anymore, fucking headbutt the wall, okay? But take care of yourself. Know when you need to rest. Know when to celebrate. Learn how to do those things. Those are important if you're going to punch as hard as you can. And plan your future. You can think for the now, but I want you to keep planning for your future. You have a long life ahead of you. And it was, for me, I only started considering a future life in the past few years. And it wasn't until this year that it's gotten to the point where I am incredibly happy, despite the struggle and the fears that I have, and am looking forward to everything that life might give and throw my way, and the challenge that might be, and the absolute hope, the true hope that there is an afterlife. Because, yeah, there's a very long portion of my life where I just said, hey, I don't really care if there was or wasn't one. Like helping people, so that's what I want to do. Thank you, though I need that. I do my best. I'll be real. You say things that remind me of how I used to think of myself, and I'm happy you're here. I'm just gonna say that. if you are anything like how I was when I was younger, you are, I think I know where your mindset might be, or it might go one day, and I hope it never goes to that, because I'm happy that you are all here, and you all deserve to hear that. So that's what I'll put there. Okay. Don't get to hear stuff like this all the time. Hey, Quartz, how you doing? What did I miss in chat? Kids with ADD should be considered double children. Ugh. We're only like this because they're possessed by demons. I mean, I was told that I need to go to therapy, because I talked out loud all the time. Have a great time, everybody, and non-body beings. See you, some guy. I don't know if you're still here. You have yourself a good night. Hating your brother for ADHD is an old head. Screw that guy. Lucky your mom worked in the industry. She did. It will say to people F you when they tried to say it was you because you're ADD. Go. Your mom's great, Joe. Oh man, we got super serious there and emotional. At least I felt like I got emotional there. I felt it in me. Oh, okay. Spiritomb itself can be just as aggressive and destructive as the spirits it is composed of. It can even use one of its spirits to possess others and cause misdeeds, warping their face to look more and more like Spiritombs. Losing one of these spirits will cause Spiritomb going and control eventually. Okay. If it loses one of the spirits, it will go on a rampage until the lost spirit is returned. I was wondering if I believe in reincarnation. I don't see evidence of the afterlife, but I still want one. I had a friend who said, I wish I believed my mom was in a better place right after she died. Oh. That's... I think... a beautiful show that I love My Hero Academia. It's my favorite. But the more I go on, and I started watching Free Run again, and I think Free Run is a perfect show. I don't know. I hope the next seasons do well. But the first season of Free Run made me cry twice in episode 1, and then I cried twice again in episode 2. And I think they have a beautiful message on whether you believe or don't believe. It is nice to hopefully believe in the idea that we put a lot of work into this world. It would be a shame to see that there's nothing after this. It'd be a real shame to see there's nothing after this. And I don't know, Free Run as a whole really hits me in the heart. Really hits me in the heart. I mean, pure chance created everything is what is said. So we can only hope that maybe it wasn't absolute pure chance. Whether people believe or don't, it doesn't matter. We'll find out when we die. I don't see the point in, you know what I mean? I don't see the point in anything. Be a good person. That's all that matters. Working hard with your Fakemon region and drawing like 6 Pokemon, and it still takes time. Yeah, take your time. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. I would believe if someone is only truly dead once they are forgotten. Respect. I follow that. Try and stick by that. Guess I just don't want to be forgotten myself either. I guess that's a really hard thing. I guess that is a really hard thing. I don't know. Part of me more thinks about that too, but part of me also thinks, you know what? At some point it's inevitable. But at the same time, like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions that come from that. Grew up with a family who believes in Norse mythology and Norse gods. Holy wow. Don't want to die to find out. Let's just all become immortal. I'll tell you guys right now, if I could become immortal, I would. And Tyson was like, oh, if you become immortal, you lose all ambition because you can always leave everything for tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. And I'm like, nah, screw that, man. I'm constantly wanting to do everything now.
I have so much energy, and I want to constantly be doing stuff and learning stuff and reading stuff and presenting stuff. It's like, bruh, let me become immortal, and let me keep making stuff, and let me learn, and let me try out new lives, and constantly improve. I think that's cool. Finally found the lab code. Hey, Aragon, how you doing? I enjoyed that line. Name for my Pokemon region if it was a game, Pokemon Victory? Ooh. Would it just be a single game? Is Victini? You gotta be careful with that one. Victini, V for victory. Alright, Spiritomb. Where's the Chinese general? What was his name? Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste this part because this part's, I mean, I'm just gonna say it at verbatim pretty much. Hero's novel, 108 spirits, and then put in my opinions. Opinions! Like to have conditional immortality so I could choose to leave when life is no longer possible. Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to live after the planet blows up. That would kind of suck. Like, that'd be pretty bad just to float in space and be like, well, I can't go anywhere. I'm just kind of here, aren't I? This is a real unfortunate situation I'm in. Alright, we did Dusknoir. Froslass! Wait, Froslass? Yeah, Galili's just pure ice, isn't it? Huh. What? No. Yeah. Wow. Okay, alright, Froslass, here we are. I need water again. Only mortality I want is like the elves in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let me live for 1,000 years. Although, according to some, like, genetic law and law of technology, everything mixed in together a couple of years ago, there was, like, a whole idea that the close, like, in, like, in the next 50 years, I think, at this point, effective immortality will exist. Like, my youngest sister will live to be, like, has a high chance of living to be, like, 130 just because of how medication and everything will be. Whereas, like, I think I'm projected where I'd be, like, 100. I don't know. I could do this. I mean, I could do this whole professor thing for a long time. I would age like a fine wine. I'm telling you right now. I'll have a full head of hair because of my genetics, but it'll all be gray. I'll still wear the lab coat. I'll just look more and more like a professor. Calling quits after 69. Let me see Yuki-onna Pokemon. Heck yeah. It's one of your faves. Alright, Froslass. A kimono-like Pokemon. Reminiscent of an... Oh, wait. With a band... with a band around its waist. Yeah, that's how you spell waist. Reminiscent of an Obi. That game is oddly chill in the background. Oh, that's the whole point. You know what? Let's, Hey, Funk Master. Oh, he's got a little egg on him. Oh, he's so cute. No, I went to water by accident. Marmalade. Oh. I love you. It's a little snail! It's got a little snail! I love it. I'm amazed nobody's on fire yet. Duolingo. Okay, we've already gone through them all like 3 times now. I'm a little... I completely did not... I lost. Okay, there's all my notes. Lore for regions, Victini was created by the region's legendary to spread encouragement in the region's time of war. Oh, interesting. I don't know if that would be encouragement. I'd be a little scared because Victini, due to its lore, though, apparently, says that no matter what, it never loses. So by those standards, Victini could win against the legendary that created it, and not only encourage the war, and this could be a direction you could take it. It not only could encourage the troops, but it could completely change the tides of war. Might bake some eggs. Terrible. The heat is resurfacing old health probably, and I got assignments due Thursday, so it's hectic, man. Some Froslass fan art. She has a parasol. Oh, that is amazing. Also, I am sorry for the health thing. And I wish you the best of luck with the assignment. Shouldn't all Pokemon have a ghost type variant? Oh yeah, because of the death and everything? That'd be kind of snazzy. That'd be kind of snazzy to see it eventually. Although, which ones... I think certain age groups are more prone to becoming certain types. Rebels against its creator? That would be... I mean, if that's the direction you want to take it, that is a possibility. Victory never loses, except a level 1 rat wearing a red belt. Whoa, what wins? V for victory? Little ratty boy wearing a belt. All Pokemon die eventually, so you should have a ghost type. I think if you go based off of A groups, that'd be fun. Okay, Komodo-like Pokemon with a band around its waist reminiscent of an Obi. Its face resembles a mask, and it is very much based on the Yuki-onna. Living in snowy areas, having the ability to freeze foes with its -58 Fahrenheit breath. Thought to display victims secretly after freezing them. Then, I know it also then, using them as its favorite food and enjoying their souls slowly. After freezing them and displaying them in its home is what I should add. It lays curses on men who misbehave. Creates illusions to manipulate others, knocks on doors during blizzards, and is a female-only species said to have been formed when the spirit and lingering regrets of a woman who was lost in the mountains, possessed an icicle. Honestly, very parallel to Yuki-onna. What did I miss here? He caused health problems to me as well in area temps that are about 10 degrees higher than the same. Last year I checked. Yeah, I'm reaching near records here as well. It's probably because the seasons are shifting over due to global warming. Fear is said to stand for Focus Slash, Endeavor, Quick Attack, or Tata, but I prefer frigging evil, annoying rodent. Victini needs some more spotlight. To be honest, the last time anyone's mentioned him. Good question. I mean, Victini's really cute. It's also Pokemon Zero. Posture check. Oh, I'm there. I've been good. Rotisserie chicken. All sense based off of the U.S. like Unova only makes sense if they have kind of connection being so close together. I mean, you can. You can. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't actually have a comment for that one. Is there anything else that I really need to know regarding you? Oh yeah, it kind of looks like the Kokeshi doll. I forgot about that. While also looking like the Kokeshi doll. And then I put in parentheses opinions, because you guys don't get to hear what my full opinions are of any of these Pokemon while I'm live streaming, or the bits that I might do. Gotta have you guys watch the video anyway. Also, make sure you watch the video coming out on Friday. The complete ecology of the Kanto region. Woo! I'm excited. I actually do. It's my favorite video so far. You should read Lafcadio Hearn's Quaidon to find the most famous version of the Yuki-onna. It shares similarities, yet it's completely different from what you just read for the Yuki-onna. Really? Interesting. What, Lafcadio? You know, hold on. Let me switch over. Yuki-onna. Lafcadio Hearn. Woo! Look at it go. Okay. Oh, this isn't a super long read. I'll read this. I'll read this out loud. Marowak Fan Evo is the ghost ground Fosternum. It looks so much like Hingishgam, but different enough to be a different creature. Ooh, I like that actually. But gotta remember, there's 2 separate regions, so I'll probably just stick to having Victini and having to be the only one from Unova. Will Lightning Unovan Lieutenant Surge be there? Personally, basically just a chapter, so it's not longer. It's a collection of multiple different yokai strengths. Oh, that's snazzy. You know what? You know what? Hold on. You know what? This is the perfect time for me to display. Hold on. I'll just let the music play. Never mind. Insect facts at the end? Huh. Yuki-onna by Lafcadio Hearn, Koizumi Yakumo from Quaidon 1904. For anybody who doesn't know, the VA and Krillik VA is here for a reason, and I usually do, what is it, like, it's $5 for any minute of audio, $20 for, $20 for 1,000 words, for every 1,000 words. Usually I just make sure the audio is really good when I send it, but, let me go ahead, let me read this. In a village of Musashi province, there lived 2 woodcutters, Mosaku and Minokichi. At the time of which I am speaking, Mosaku was an old man, and Minokichi, his apprentice, was a lad of 18 years. Every day they went together to a forest situated about 5 miles from their village. On the way to that forest, there is a wide river to cross, and there is a ferry boat. Several times a bridge was built where the ferry is, but the bridge was each time carried away by a flood. No common bridge can resist the current there when the river rises. Mosaku and Minokichi were on their way home one very cold evening when a great snowstorm overtook them. They reached the ferry, and they found that the boatman had gone away, leaving his boat on the other side of the river. It was no day for swimming, and the woodcutters took shelter in the ferryman's hut, thinking themselves lucky to find any shelter at all. There was no brazier in the hut, nor any place in which to make a fire. It was only a 2-mat hut, with a single door, but no window. Mosaku and Minokichi fastened the door and lay down to rest, with their straw raincoats over them. At first, they did not feel very cold, and they thought that the storm would soon be over. The old man almost immediately fell asleep, but the boy, Minokichi, lay awake a long time, listening to the awful wind and the continual slashing of the snow against the door. The river was roaring, and the hut swayed and creaked like a junk at sea. It was a terrible storm, and the air was every moment becoming colder. And Minokichi shivered under his raincoat. But at last, in spite of the cold, he too fell asleep. He was awakened by a showering of snow in his face. The door of the hut had been forced open, and by the snow light, he saw a woman in the room. A woman all in white. She was bending above Mosaku and blowing her breath upon him, and her breath was like a bright white smoke. Almost in the same moment she turned to Minokichi and stooped over him. He tried to cry out, but found that he could not utter any sound. The white woman bent down over him, lower and lower, until her face almost touched him, and he saw that she was very beautiful, though her eyes made him afraid. For a little time she continued to look at him. Then she smiled, and she whispered, "I intended to treat you like the other man, but I cannot help feeling some pity for you, because you are so young. You are a pretty boy, Minokichi, and I will not hurt you now. But if you ever tell anybody, even your own mother, about what you have seen this night, I shall know it, and then I will kill you. Remember what I say." With these words, she turned from him and passed through the doorway. Then he found himself able to move, and he sprang up and looked out. But the woman was nowhere to be seen, and the snow was driving furiously into the hut. Minokichi closed the door and secured it by fixing several billets of wood against it. He wondered if the wind had blown it open. He thought that he might have been only dreaming and might have mistaken the gleam of the snow light in the doorway for the figure of a white woman, but he could not be sure. He called to Mosaku and was frightened because the old man did not answer. He put out his hand in the dark and touched Mosaku's face and found that it was ice. Mosaku was stark and dead. By dawn, the storm was over, and when the ferryman returned to his station, a little after sunrise, they found Minokichi lying senseless beside the frozen body of Mosaku. Minokichi was promptly cared for and soon came to himself, but he remained a long time ill from the effects of the cold that terrible night. He had been greatly frightened also by the old man's death, but he said nothing about the vision of the woman in white. As soon as he got well again, he returned to his calling, going alone every morning to the forest, and coming back at nightfall with his bundles of wood, which his mother helped him to sell. One evening, in the winter of the following year, as he was on his way home, he overtook a girl who happened to be traveling by the same road. She was a tall, slim girl, very good-looking, and she answered Minokichi's greeting in a voice as pleasant to the ear as the voice of a songbird. Then he walked beside her, and they began to talk. The girl said her name was Oyuki. Okay, okay, that's good. That she had lately lost both of her parents, and that she was going to Yedo, where she happened to have some poor relations who might help her to find a situation as servant. Minokichi soon felt charmed by this strange girl, and the more that he looked at her, the handsomer she appeared to be. He asked her whether she was yet betrothed, and she answered laughingly that she was free. Then, in her turn, she asked Minokichi whether he was married or pledged to marry, and he told her that, although he had only a widowed mother to support, the question of an honorable daughter-in-law had not yet been considered, as he was very young. After these confidences, they walked on for a long while without speaking, but as the proverb declares, Kigareba Memokuchi hori ni mono wuyuru. When the wish is there, the eyes can say as much as the mouth. By the time they reached the village, they had become very much pleased with each other, and then Minokichi asked Oyuki to rest a while at his house. After some shy hesitation, she went there with him, and his mother made her welcome and prepared a warm meal for her. Oyuki behaved so nicely that Minokichi's mother took a sudden fancy to her and persuaded her to delay her journey to Yedo. And the natural end of the matter was that Yuki never went to Yedo at all. She remained in the house as an honorable daughter-in-law. Oyuki proved a very good daughter-in-law. When Minokichi's mother came to die, some 5 years later, her last words were words of affection and praise for the wife of her son. And Oyuki bore Minokichi 10 children. Jesus Christ, stay off of her. Boys and girls. Handsome children, all of them, and very fair of skin. Okay, very white. The country folk thought Oyuki a wonderful person, by nature different from themselves. Most of the peasant women age early. But Oyuki, even after having become the mother of 10 children, looked as young and fresh as on the day when she had first come to the village. One night, after the children had gone to sleep, Oyuki was sewing by the light of a paper lamp, and Minokichi, watching her, said, "To see you sewing there with a light on your face makes me think of a strange thing that happened when I was a lad of 18. I then saw somebody as beautiful and white as you are now. Indeed, she was very much like you." Without lifting her eyes from her work, Oyuki responded, "Tell me about her. Where did you see her?" Then Minokichi told her about the terrible night in the ferryman's hut, and about the white woman that had stooped above him, smiling and whispering, and about the silent death of old Mosaku. And, he said, "Asleep or awake, that was the only time that I saw a being as beautiful as you. Of course, she was not a human being, and I was afraid of her, very much afraid, but she was so white Indeed, I have never been sure whether it was a dream that I saw or the woman of the snow." Oyuki flung down her swing and arose and bowed above Minokichi where he sat and shrieked into his face. It was I! Yuki, it was! And I told you that I would kill you if you ever said one word about it! But for those children asleep there, I would kill you this moment. And now you had better take very, very good care of them, for if ever they have reason to complain of you, I will treat you as you deserve. Even as she screamed, her voice became thin, like a crying of wind. Then she melted into a bright white mist that spired to the roof beams and shuddered away through the smoke hole. Never again was she seen. And there we go. There's your story of the Yuki-onna. Send me the paper I wrote about the Yuki-onna about a decade ago. Can't wait for when he gets to the end portion. It shows the extreme anger. There it is. They liked each other. They liked each other a little bit. What's this? Oh. Sorry, I got a message from Ark, actually. No, I can't say what the messages are, but I'm just gonna respond to Ark real quick. That was a fun story. There we go. Just betrayal that angers the Yuki-onna. Why? That was the moral of the story. Yeah, no, the betrayal of your word especially. That's a big part of it. That's a pretty big chunk of what it is. That was a fun story. Got that 12 a.m. coffee. Woo, Nelly. I would say be careful with it, but if you have ADHD, odds are, I could literally chug a coffee and then go to sleep right afterwards. I've done it multiple times. You know what's so nice? Oh my gosh, you know what's so nice? So you know what? Just a small thing. So I met with my friends recently. I only see them like maybe once a month. This group of friends, right? And I recently let them know I'm drinking coffee like almost every day. Or something that has caffeine almost every day. And they all went wide-eyed. And I laughed. And they're like, how? And I go, I'm like, I couldn't before and I can now. And they're like, why couldn't you? I go, anxiety. Just the caffeine increasing anxiety. I should be getting decaf because caffeine doesn't do anything for me. Pre-workout works for me, but that's it. That's because of all the other stuff in pre-workout. But like, caffeine doesn't do anything for me. So it's just nice I love the taste of coffee so much. It's so good. But I could chug a nice espresso and then just, you know what I mean? So fast. So fast, it's not even funny. Been drinking coffee daily since like 14. I feel that. I think I wasn't long. I think within a year after me taking my first, or drinking coffee, I started drinking black coffee. Yo, straight black coffee. I do enjoy it. So I ate like a pauper. I ate like a poor boy for like 2 weeks, just so I could have a fancy dinner and feel okay with it. And they had such a nice espresso. It was so bold. It was very acidic. So, but I didn't have creamer, but it was a proper cappuccino. And it had cane sugar to add to it to kind of bite back or help with the bite. And it was so good. It was frothy at the top and everything. Oh my gosh. It was one of the best I've ever had. One of the other best I've ever had. I've had White Russians, the alcoholic drink, and I've also had what's the other one? I did have an espresso martini. Only drink if you're of age, guys, and drink responsibly. I very, 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 very rarely have anything alcoholic whatsoever. Incredibly rarely, and I have very strong rules for myself in regards to when I am and am not allowed to drink. It's mindset-wise. Love the version of the Yuki-onna and Yukinko. It's another version of the overarching Yuki-onna mythology. Silent mother offers a traveler to hold her baby. When you do, the baby adheres to your skin. Oh, it's that one! And doubles in weight every second until you're buried in the mountains and die. Yeah, I remember that. That's sick. I'm gonna have to Yuki-onna story. I'm gonna have to talk about that for this video now that I've read that story. Ooh, Rotom is next. That's sick. Can't drink due to my meds, but I did try coffee liqueur once, and it was odd to say the least. It's very tempting for me to get non-alcoholic alcohol. Like, I would love a non-alcoholic whiskey because I think whiskey tastes good, but I just don't want to actually drink alcohol. I don't care for it. It doesn't loosen me up. It doesn't change who I am. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? So, like, it takes a lot of the quote-unquote fun that people have from it. So, I'd rather, like, I enjoy the flavors. So a non-alcoholic whiskey is something that interests me. In addition to, like, I have a Kahlua flavored coffee creamer. I got an Irish cream flavored coffee that was the coffee beans, and it was ground up at, like, a local coffee place that I can start going to that I found out about. And gosh, I'm so excited for it because I tried it and it's so good. Oh, it's so good, and it wasn't expensive. It was like 14 bucks for, like, a solid, like, good bag of amazing coffee, and I just use it, you know, my girlfriend has a Keurig. She never uses it because it was, like, her dad brought it and then left it or whatever, and so she doesn't use it. She doesn't drink coffee. She doesn't drink tea, so then I get to use it and just put it in there, and, like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Other versions also describe the Yuki-onna as a type of snow vampire. Yo! And it drinks your lifeblood. I usually don't touch energy drinks. The only thing I might touch is like a Kickstart or a pre-workout, and that's really it. Probably because I have arrhythmia, so I have to be relatively careful, and I should be having more electrolytes. Love non-alcoholic beer. There's one or two non-alcoholic beers that are actually really good that I enjoyed. Otherwise, the beer is something I'm just like, bleh, not a fan. Then again, I also started on whatchamacallit, on vodka. Hey, Kai! How are you doing? I have not interacted with you before. What brings you in? Alright, let's talk about Rotom. With the ability to possess all sorts of appliances, this Pokemon was put to work by Clement to create the Rotom Dex. Good to see you're doing good. Oh, Beans. I had another message and I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Sorry, Ark also messaged. No, there's a condition that ferments carbs and wants someone to make alcohol. Yeah, there's that one guy. There's the one case study of the guy that nobody, and he was like perpetually drunk. Let's see here. Oh, little gnat again. There we go. Sorry. Hark also messaged. All you need is bread to be drunk. Say my Yuki-onna paper as a Facebook note, but now links now says it's not available. But no! That sucks. But I've been there. I've been there. Alright, Rotom Dex. Baby! Actually, I don't have... I should make myself a little... Do I want to make myself... What food do I even want to eat? Because I'm not really hungry. I'm not going to get a lunch at work if I'm going into work. Assuming they don't call me off completely. Save as an Arcane version. Unsip now to see if you can still show it. Fingers crossed. What's this? See, Aragon. Sleep well. Thanks for being here. Alright, Rotom, what do you got going on here? Oh, before this, it possessed microwave ovens, washing machines, refrigerators, electric fans, and lawnmowers. Let's see, what else do we have here? Its body is made of plasma. And has a whitish blue aura of electricity around it that forms lightning bolt-shaped appendages. When moving quickly, the appendages seem to disappear and lightning trails behind it. In its base form, it is seen to be possessing a light bulb and lacks any sort of circulatory system or pulse. Oh, there's Rotom bikes and drones. Eventually leading to Rotom drones and bikes. Interesting. They typically entered appliances in order to cause mischief, often pulling pranks on unsuspecting people. That's really cool because then you look at like appliances moving and everything like that in like horror movies and ghost movies and everything like that. You get a lot of that. Let's see. Take it to inhabiting objects with the intent of helping others, although it has taken to inhabiting objects to help others. Habit, but formatting was sacrificed in order to rescue the paper. Worth it. Worth it 1,000 times over. I know exactly how, I think I know exactly how that's working. Through possessing the Rotom, through possessing a phone, it can now speak human languages, demonstrating that they are highly intelligent. They tend to reside in abandoned buildings, and research continues on it and its ability to power unique motors. In Rotom's wish, one Rotom was even shown to be able to time travel. There's like a hair or something bothering my nose. What the heck? Different shapes, blah, blah, blah. First discovered and documented by Karen. Wait, what? In modern Sinnoh. Wait, Karen? Like, wait, hold on. Which Karen is that? One of Team Galactic's members. Okay. Its original forms were first said to have, oh, come on, typing, have been discovered by Team Galactic. Was he an admin? Commander by Team Galactic Commander Charon, otherwise known as Pluto. Should have kept Pluto. However, Rotom existed in Hisui and is also documented in Hisui Pokedex. Though Rotom was existed even during Hisui times, long before Pluto. And the fan Rotom was the first to be developed. The washing machine model that Rotom can inhabit has been discontinued, which caused its price to skyrocket. Wait, hold on, what? Hold on, wait. Rotom inhabits. The electric fan that Rotom inhabits to become Fan Rotom was invented by a boy and was the first Rotom-related appliance to be developed, leading to the creation of many other appliances like it. The washing machine model that Rotom can inhabit has been discontinued, which caused its price to skyrocket. Rotom will become lethargic if the oven it possesses is malfunctioning. Huh. I'm just gonna copy-paste that, honestly. That's pretty fair. Oh my gosh, there's so many different things. There's so many different entries because of all the different forms. That's absurd. We probably have like 30 more minutes left to stream. Just because of making sure that I get to work when I should. I'm going to look at something actually. Since it's like 5 o'clock. Dum dum ba dum dum da ba dum dum da ba dum bum da ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. Excuse me. What is today's date? 17th? Okay. You know? Who am I to complain? Who am I to complain? Okay. Sorry. Keeping my eyes on the goals. Wait a second. Wait a second. It took me this long to realize. Numble, how did you discover me if you didn't know about the food chain video? Right? You said it took me this long to register that you didn't know about the food chain video. Or was it or am I confusing you with somebody else that was here? Oh god. Okay, I didn't accidentally do something I shouldn't have. Think of it someone else? Okay. Okay. You watched that video? Okay. Okay. Just making sure. My brain was not... My brain was... See, this is why I need to make... This is why I ask people what brings people in. Because I'm always curious, and then I forget sometimes. My bad. Oh my gosh. All these Rotom forms moving. I know you guys can't see it, but jeez. I like Rotom Mower. Pretty snazzy, gotta admit. Poltergeist at Tsukugami. Okay. It is related to poltergeists or Tsukumogami, which possess household items. Embodiment of ball lightning or electronic magic smoke. Magic smoke, also factory smoke, blue smoke, or the genie, is a humorous name for the caustic smoke produced by several severe electric overstress electronic circuits of components causing overheating and accompanying release of smoke. The smoke typically smells of burnt plastic or other chemicals. The color of the smoke depends on which component is overheating, which is commonly blue, gray, or white. Minor overstress. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to include that. I don't think I'm going to include that. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Each Rotom sword takes appearance after an electronic object with arms made of electric sparks. Its regular form seems to be based on a light bulb. Heat Rotom possesses an oven. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, fantastic. Name origin. Rotom is derived from motor backwards. Well, I was about to say something. Also, Rotom is just motor backwards. Let's see. I think I found you from some Undertale video that randomly popped up. What? Subscribed and like 3 months later you popped up again with the regional forms video. What? You mean the Undertale? Wait, the Undertale yellow short maybe? That would explain. Hold on. That would explain why you don't seem completely unfamiliar, because I made that short on should you play Undertale yellow. And I know that got a lot of views. I stopped making as many shorts because I put so much effort into shorts. The yellow one, oh my gosh. I don't know if you ever saw it. I have the full video of that. I made the full video of that like a month and a half later. It's like a 2-hour long video to try and crunch the entirety of Undertale Yellow down. Otherwise, I have the full streams on the channel. But oh my gosh. That is crazy to me. That, like, I cannot imagine the people who, like, subscribe because of non-Pokemon content and then stuck around and they're like, whoa, this guy is suddenly making all this other stuff. What's happening here? Let's see here. Scroll through a lot of shorts and subscribe to the interesting stuff. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I don't know. My brain started to get into like the mindset of I'm blown away by anybody who even thinks about becoming a member. It's like I've interacted with you like twice and then you became a member and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know why. I expect like lots of interactions before somebody becomes a member. I think there's like 2 people where like I've never even interacted with them before and then they just suddenly became a member. I'm like, Can I meet you a little bit? Can I get to meet you a little bit? Shorts are a really good way to find people. I usually, so the trick that I do now is I subtitle my intros to my videos that I make, and then I cut those intros out, and then they are already the perfect formatting for a video itself. So that makes it spread nice and wide. Oh, hello. Why did I stream it after that? Going to information. Ooh, I'm gonna keep that for later. I saw your message. Okay. So that's Rotom. That's Rotom. Rotom's cute. I almost bought a Rotom plush. Almost. But again, I always have to limit myself to Pokemon that I've used it. Giratina! And in Nuzlocke. The hard part with shorts was that I was making so many, but none of the people were like interacting with me all that much or very loyal to the idea of like watching more content. So it had very little payoff long term. And I started to realize that, which sucks to say that unfortunately we live in a world where I have to keep in mind the profitability of my passion. And that's such a disgusting thing to have to say out loud, because I'm just ready to live my passion. Hey Draco, how you doing? We love Rotom, Rotom gang. Giratina. All right, the Distortion World resident itself. Added a link to part 2 just for fun. Let's go. I might end up reading that within the week. Because made in 2016? Okay. It might happen within the week or so. Altered form. Change. Ooh, okay. It's ghostly wings resemble large claws that can change shape as if made of a liquid or gas. And on its legs, the bands are reminiscent of shackles, representing when it was banished to the distortion world, in which it that it rules over. There we go. Let's see. When there, it remains in its altered form. Or for me, because I had a blast doing mythological research. I was also bedridden with a back injury, so I was bored. I think that's just fitting. I think that's cool. I mean, the only reason I do this is because I love doing this, after all, and I'm just very lucky that I can get anything out of this in how modern society plays out. Like, that's just, it's weird. Like, I guess I'm very lucky that, like, long term, hopefully I continue to feel fulfilled to some capacity in terms of feeling like I deserve this in any capacity, just because I'm able to benefit others through teaching people things. Making some facts from your longer videos, like the regional form. I'll be back. I want to go back. I want to go back. Oh. No. No. I'm not done yet. I really shouldn't be screaming into the microphone. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I can see I'm back. 24,306 kilobytes per second. 20,352. 5,237 kilobytes per second. 5,106 kilobytes per second. 5,127 kilobytes per second. 5,098 kilobytes per... Okay, I think that's just the regular. Back but blurry. We back? I think so. I do believe. All right. Longer blurry. When there remains in salter form. But no, I think I should probably make more shorts, which might start happening really soon, because, I just completely blanked. Nat. I feel bad for killing you. But, might start happening sooner, because it's just like, I need to expand this net. Excuse me. Disgusting. How do you get motivated to edit those hour-long videos? I do cooking videos trying to get them down to under 10 minutes from 30, or is that a question for offline? No, that's a good question for now. I think streams like this where it's impromptu is a perfect time for questions like that, Daniel. And that goes for anybody. It's the time when I'm most willing to just answer questions because I'm not playing a game, you know what I mean? But my motivation, oh gosh, it comes from a number of different things. One, my dream wasn't YouTube. My dream was just entertainment in general. I was supposed to go to I was accepted into the New York Film Academy, which was prestigious, and I was a poor little shit. I'm not even kidding. I still technically am, right? And I gave up that dream to help my family in their time of need, to help keep my mom and my sisters afloat. So I gave that dream up. That put me into, I'm not gonna lie, years of depression, right? And eventually I started finding different avenues, went to college for other things, and still never found what I truly love. I have a degree in forensic investigations, an associate specifically, 2-year degree, and then it's just a technical degree. And then I also have a associate's in the arts and sciences, which is what you get for your first 2 years on your way to get your bachelor's. As I was pursuing an environmental degree. As time went on, I started learning more and more, and despite how much of a workload I had on my shoulders, no matter what, over the years, I still never truly gave up trying to be an entertainer, trying to do YouTube, trying to create something to make people smile or laugh or do something, whatever it was, to elicit a positive reaction with an audience. And I just kept slamming into it, right? Videos that got no views, videos that got no views, nothing. But what I always did is I always made something I enjoyed. Always. I absolutely refuse to make a product that I am not happy with, or I am not excited about, or I do not enjoy. Because if I do not enjoy it, who the hell is going to watch it and enjoy it themselves? And it's going to show through my content. So that's part of it. The other reason is I absolutely despise my job, and I will do anything due to all the places that I've worked under, minus one of them, to be my own boss and work so that way, hopefully, maybe one day I can be a full-on business that can hire the people who like I know very personally, who have supported me, so that way they can get out of their places that they despise and live a good life that they can be happy doing, you know, something, having an appropriate workplace, whatever it is. And even if I can't help my friends, you know, I can at least be a positive light for other people and do everything that I can to at least, while making my life better through my passion, helping other people stay, you know, even feel a little bit better, forget their troubles for a little bit longer. And if it's not motivation, it's pure discipline. If it's not my hatred for my job and my want to get away from it, it is sheer discipline. it is through my discipline that I'm able to flick the switch and get my motivation going. And that's all that it is. People get very worried because I work constantly, but I know when and how to relax. I know my signs of exhaustion. I know my signs of burnout, and I'm able to take a step back and do something else so that way I can keep trucking along. I get excited to do my work, and that's it. I don't know. It's different for everybody. But those are like, hopefully that answers your question. It's a conglomerate of different reasons. And as with anything in life, it's usually never one thing that is the answer. If I made shorts, they'd be stupid but fun and possibly educational for me. Fun for me to make. I wouldn't care if it's fun for other people. There you go. That's all that matters. People are attracted to people just having fun. Like, obviously, you know, there's a big difference between doing stuff for fun and then also, like, doing stuff to also make a product that is not seen by other people, that is within a niche. You know, treat your stuff as if it's a, you know, unfortunately, I have to treat my stuff like it's a product. How do I present something to my audience? And my audience will like, you guys, and the majority of the people who have watched my videos love anything that's ecology related. So, like, go to ecology. You know, the food chain did the best. Sounds like my plan. Content creation is just a baby step for your overall plan. Owning a pet and a personal chef food truck business for the same reason. Want to work for myself and help others. And there you go. Maybe, and that's all that it is. You know, maybe only. This is not advice. I mean, this is where my brain would go if I were to do something along those lines. You are your own person. I expect you to follow your own rules and ideas and do what you think is best. The second you start putting yourself first to improve yourself and do what makes sense for you and what you truly believe will work with appropriate support through facts and logic, is how you will end up finding out that you are able to grow and then use the extra bit that you get to then help others as you intend. This is what I was taught, and then over the last 9 months, I've done that, and I've done way better. Okay? Fill your cup, and then with the excess, fill other people's cups as best you can. Now, for me, I wanted to read books, and I wanted to educate myself, and I didn't have time for it. So what did I do? I decided that I would research stuff and use that to help as my excuse to read my books, to then do research, to make videos on Pokemon through the information I read through my books to present to you guys. That's it. That's all that it is. You know? So if your goal is food truck, if you know how to cook, fantastic. If you gotta go, you know, learn culinary stuff, go learn culinary stuff. You gotta do it professionally, do it professionally. If you gotta do it amateurly, do it amateurly. Who cares? If you make good food, you make good food. It's as simple as that. Always seek improvement. And then, if you know how to make entertaining videos and stuff like that, use that as a side thing to help boost things further. Use that charisma, use that ability to expand your stuff further. You know, there's 1,000 different ideas. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to sacrifice, you know, no matter what, you're going to sacrifice. Like, I sacrifice sleep a lot, right? I sacrifice sleep a lot, and when the weekend rolls around, I take naps every day. The lady and I like to lounge around. We might take a nap. We might, you know, we might just watch movies all day. We might take our stuff around the house. It's why I disconnect and I don't answer really anything on Discord, on the Discord server, guaranteed, because it's my time to disconnect, take naps, eat good food rather than just eating. Like, I ate fish sticks before stream. I just said, screw it, I'm eating fish sticks. I don't care, you know? Even though I was supposed to cook. I'm cooking tomorrow, so don't yell at me. I'm gonna take care of myself. I'll probably make rice. I have chicken that I can make also. I forget what type of chicken it is, though. No matter what, you're gonna sacrifice something, and there's a Zen teaching, if I remember correctly, I believe it is Zen, of what are you willing to suffer for? I'm willing to suffer for learning about our world, connecting it to Pokemon, and teaching others through it while trying to live my passion. That's it. That's it. That was a rant. Fish heads, yummy, yummy fish heads, eat them up, yum. Dear God. When there, it remains in its altered form. According to myths and legends from the Hisui-Sinnoh region, in the beginning of time, Arceus, it's all in caps, I don't care. Arceus created the Pokemon of Antimatter Giratina, the Pokemon of Time Dialga, and the Pokemon of Space Palkia, all three in their origin forms. After the Pokemon universe, interesting, is created, due to Giratina's violent nature, Arceus banished it to a world on the reverse side of the Pokemon world, the Distortion world. There we go. You're probably wondering, well, Krillik, why don't you just copy paste it? Because by studying standards, whether you type it, it would be better if I wrote it down. But if you at least type it and say something out loud, you are more likely to remember it. There's a higher percentage chance that you remember what you are studying. I think it goes hearing it, reading it, writing it, relaying it to somebody boosts it way higher. I don't know the percentages anymore. I used to know it. Not anymore, though. Give you a link for the Fish Head song and recent video discussion page on Discord. Haven't you done that before? Oh my god, look at those ugly, fugly things. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've sworn a lot this stream. I think it's because I'm probably tired. I think that's the biggest thing. Sorry to anybody who doesn't want to hear all the swearing. Also, hello to VOD watchers. I didn't say hi to you. And to anybody else who may have been lurking and I didn't get to say hi to. Highly aggressive, and I want to finish Giratina before I call it for the day. Territorial has been reported to appear in ancient cemeteries and has the power to tear a hole in reality, creating a space-time rift along with driving both Dialga and Palkia berserk. If you want to attempt to sing, you'll have an easier... Wait, if you ever want to attempt to sing it, you'll have an easier time doing so if you take some time... take some psychedelics? Don't do this, kids. It's a joke. Is it? Oh my gosh. Is it that little Is it that psychotic? Okay, I spelled berserk wrong. The rift also... Oh gosh. Home row. Home row! The rift also causes huge lightnings that drive noble Pokemon into a frenzied state. Don't you have an ecology book? Don't you have an ecology book in your store? You should. I'd buy it, and if it's okay, I'd like to search your vids and tag you in a Pokefoods video if I get any ideas. I'm under my pet channel right now. I mean, a Pokefoods video, that'd be kind of schnazzy. That'd be kind of schnazzy. I don't have an ecology book for Pokemon in my store. The main reason... One of the reasons is because I just never thought of it. The other one is I'm not sure if I could get away with selling Pokemon-related content. I might be able to. But because it's so heavily astringent upon the information of Pokemon, even if it is transformative, I don't know if I could sell a book on it. I know some people have sold, like, the anatomy of Pokemon biology books and stuff like that, and they've been fine to my knowledge, but I don't know if I could get away with something like that. I do have stuff on my store that is Pokemon related and, like, shirts and merch and all and everything. But no, I don't have any books. Books are so incredibly expensive to publish as well. The majority of the song is sung in a high pitch on the roof of the mouth. The image and the sound makes it someone with a psychotic, wide-eyed look. Maybe it tilts a head staring right at the listener. Oh my. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm good. I'm good. That's a lot. It can cloak itself in darkness as it attacks and is said to be equal. It's fun. In strength to Dialga and Palkia. It at one point carried a large grudge against its creator and was willing to stand against it with the help of Volo. But after being defeated in battle, it started to change its ways and protect the universe from threats such as Cyrus. And may haunt your dreams. You know, the nightmares are already enough these days. I might not want to add more to, more fuel to the fire. Due to its typically violent nature, the history of Giratina was covered up due to ancient people fearing it. It is said to have observed the real world silently while in its home dimension. And can open being able to being able to open portals through any reflective surface as it keeps both worlds in balance. It is known by many names. I'm just gonna copy paste those. There's all my dream signs, but it just makes me giggle. Does that mean something's broken in you? Nah, I just built different. Just built different. Insanity doesn't affect you. You can peep the horrors. About that time you mentioned you want to get ready for work. Yeah, I'm finishing up what I have in front of me, and then it is get ready to go time. Let's see. That's that. Origin form is said to be all right. Origin is Giratina's true form. In origin form, it is said to be able to travel through and control dimensions besides those of time and space. When outside of its home, it transforms into this through the Gracious Orb. And could even rival Arceus. And you go, yeah, anyway, have a good day. See you, Joe. Thanks for being here. You have yourself a great day. Have yourself a good rest of your night. Could even rival Arceus in a... let me see, okay. Let's see. Can turn itself into a shadow and merge into the distortion world. Oh, merge the distortion and Pokemon world together. Don't worry, fish heads are not on the menu today. I might throw something quick in the microwave. As seen during the events of Spiritomb. pillar. Though it almost was destroyed. As a side effect. Might just copy paste the quick info here. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste this info and then slap through it later. So that way it can be, so I don't have to spend a ton of time reading through that and going through that right now when I should be skedaddling here. So, all right, that was solid progress. I mean, a little under halfway through, but I'm okay with that. A little under halfway through. Yeah. But that's cool. I'm fine with it. There's so much more that I'll have to go through anyway, and I have plenty of time to get this done. I might not even work on this tonight. I might draw when I get home, which technically I'd be working on it. But let me go ahead and do our move on to sign off. So, let's get the intro song back up, which is actually our outro song. But, okay. Tomorrow, Pokemon Too Many Types. Nuzlocke continues. Technically blind still. The trainers are randomized. I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna go get ready, and I'm gonna go to my job. And then Friday, like I said, the complete ecology video comes out. So, with that, as always, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't do anything I would do. Oh my goodness, they already know. Don't do anything I would do. Please be nice to each other. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.